Frog here.
Hello!
In just a few moments, we will begin our trip to the Disneyland Resort Entrance Plaza. Thank you.
It's like, where's that music coming from? Hi, guys.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Mouse Vibes Monday. How's everyone doing tonight?
We hope that you're having the best Monday ever. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I hope everybody's well rested and just, had a good Monday.
Yeah, stoked to be here. It is the first 3-day weekend of 2023, and so much has really been happening in such a short period of time. The New Year is really off to a bang. Super Nintendo World is opening, gearing up for Disney 100, and just kind of adjusting to life in 2023.
Yeah, dude, Nick and I were just talking about that. Normally, in my opinion, I feel like theme park news is like really slow until like February, and like we're all just getting slapped in the face with so much theme park stuff, and essentially we're in theme park wars right now. So as I just said on our Instagram story, it is a very exciting time to be a theme park, pop culture, and travel fan, like all around. Like there's so much to discuss.
Super stoked. And if you guys are new to Mouse Vibes Monday, my name is Nick, and this is Ashley. Again, we're going to talk all things theme park. Again, a lot to gear up on for 2023. You want to hit the chat, Ash?
Yeah, let's
do
hit
it.
the shot. Okay. Good evening, Nick and Ashley. Mouse Vibes Monday is going to be lit. I know. It's going to be a good one. And I feel like tonight, like, not controversial, but, like, we're going there. Like, let's talk. Oh, I just touched something. There we go. Whoopsie. Leslie M., good night.
What's up, Leslie?
Good night, Captain Alex.
I love that.
Jocelyn Lopez, woohoo, Mouse Vibes Mondays. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. That's awesome.
Mad props. Hey, Nick and Ash. Happy Mouse Vibes Mondays. Woohoo.
Appreciate you being here and always supporting. It means the world to us.
Oh, gosh, David. Listen. Yes.
Heck yeah.
Sunny. Oh, sorry, my mouse. Sunny, happy Mouse Vibes Mondays. Yeah.
Now it's Mouse Vibes Monday. Sunny's here.
And I know the football's going on right now, so we appreciate if you're like dual streaming football and us. Too bad you can't do it.
That was like one of the benefits, we're going up against Monday Night Football. We can take them out, though, obviously.
Theme parks and horror stuff. What up, Nick and Ashley? After experiencing Super Nintendo World yesterday, I think Disney's going to have some big competition in the near future.
I love that. I'm so happy to hear what your thoughts are on this. That's so cool.
Also, you guys, we have 67 people in the chat and 38 likes, so if everybody wants to give us a thumbs up, but if you don't want to, like, that's your choice.
You can keep your thumbs to yourself. It's all good.
Yeah. What up, Jalen? Yeah.
Jalen, thank you for being here, buddy. I hope you're doing well.
Oh my God. What up, Vibe Tribe? Happy Mouse Vibes Monday. Let me just say, YouTube lives are so much less chaotic than TikTok lives, right, Ash? Dang. Oh my God, you guys. So, can I just tell the story?
I think you should get right into it.
Okay, so we don't get to TikTok live stream as much as we used to.
No.
And we had already shot our Super Nintendo World video, and we wanted to go hang out with our friends. And I'm like, you know what? Our audience has been asking us to showcase Super Nintendo World. So I went on TikTok Live, and I haven't done it in like No. I did it for the Christmas parade, but I just like ignored the comments. But like, I was on live for like 45 minutes, and it was scary. I don't know how all these Disney TikTok live streamers do it. Yeah, they have more mods, and like, thank you, Random Recess. The next time I'm on live, I can't make you a mod until I'm on live because I need more mods. I was so overwhelmed. And like, you guys all know, we're all family here. It's very hard for me to like have a game face or like turn off my sassiness. And like, people were unhinged in that TikTok live. Oh my God. It was sad. And then I got called a Karen, and I'm like, oh my God.
They called you that?
I got called a Karen so many times.
How many times? Like
45 million times. Ask Random Recess. Literally, they were like, I couldn't keep up with the chat because we had like so many people in there, and it was insane. So that was like my downfall that day. But I'm going to do it again.
Respect to anyone going live. It's so hard to do it.
It is hard. Like, it's hard to like answer every question. And then on TikTok, if you don't answer someone's question, they like get mad at you, and then they say like really mean things. And then like, I'm so sensitive, which I'm probably in the wrong profession. But like, I was like, why is everybody so mean? Like, I could only like do so many things at once. It was so funny. But yeah, people were like, 30 bajillion people were like, how much are tickets? I'm like, go on universalstudios.com and look. Like, it's called Google. Google is your friend, boo.
Google will answer
I don't know
anything.
right
It is
off
a
top.
genie.
And then if I say the wrong price, people are like, she doesn't know anything. She doesn't know the right price. So, anyway, that's what happened on TikTok Live, but I am who I am.
There it is. That's why you should probably follow us on it.
You should follow us on TikTok right now. Color Crush on YouTube, what's up?
What's up, Color Crush?
Just Ask Danny, it's Mouse Vibes Mondays and Turn Up Monday.
Woo! What up, Danny? Thank you for being here, bud.
Rhiannon, happy Monday. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Mouse Vibes, happy Monday. Glad to be watching this evening with Connor Gregorio.
I love that. I love that they watch from different devices. Come here for Mouse Vibes Mondays.
Awesome.
That's one of my favorite stories.
Falcon Squadron, good evening, all. Glad to be back hanging tonight. Us too.
The squadron is here. Thank you for being here.
Happy Mouse Vibes Monday.
Thank you, Nancy.
What's up, Nick and Ash? Thank you.
What up, Ryan? Thank you for being here, brother.
West Coasters, so pumped for Theme Park Wars. Dude, it's like, Theme Park Wars are so much fun, especially like, you know, if you live in Southern California and you get to like witness everything going on. Not to mention for horror season, Knott's is coming out swinging with the 50th celebration of Knott's Scary Farm. Like, we're Knott's ambassadors and like we know what's going on and they're about to F it up, you guys.
I want to go hit on this real quick before we move on from this. Is like the theme park wars have been going on. What's been going on in Florida with like who's going to have the baddest coaster has been going on for years. And in California right now, I don't like to think about it as like the one-upping of each other. I feel like when one park does something epic, like, we'll just say this, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. If we didn't get the Wizarding World, the Galaxy's Edge would not be as badass as it is.
Dude,
so all
right.
of this is just a leveling up. This is Super Nintendo World. Disney and every other theme park will have like a chance to respond, and it just elevates all of entertainment. It's like, I know right now we're like Super Nintendo World, but like the next thing to come is going to be even crazier.
No,
It's
you're
gonna be
absolutely
nuts.
right. But I also like, you know, I live for the drama, and like, I love that it's like it
True.
is kind of, especially with like Disney and Universal. They're very like petty. You know what I mean?
Universal social team, fire. They are the best. They are petty white. I love it.
They're petty white. Oh my god. What up, Joni? Jocelyn, happy Mouse Vibes Mondays. I haven't tuned in a while because we recently bought a house in Michigan.
Oh, snap.
Congrats, sister.
That's awesome.
A dream that I can only aspire for because I live in Southern California and it's $85 million to live in a closet. Jocelyn, get it, girl. I'm so jealous.
Congrats to
and
you. That's
so
so
happy.
cool.
Leslie M, happy Mouse Vibes. Woo!
What's up, Leslie? Thank you so much.
Lewis and Lewis, hey y'all, have you had dinner yet?
No.
I mean, I've like snacked all day. I had some like chicken bouillon,
No.
but I'm like prepping all my veggies for this chicken stew that I'm making tomorrow, so I'm really excited.
It's been a big day in the Mouse Vibes household, obviously.
Oh yeah. Sitlali, hola vibers, what's up?
Hola, thank you.
Hula Mama, thanks for being
Yes.
here.
Love seeing that name in the chat. What up? Thank you for being here, Hula Mama.
What up? Summations 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much for being here. That's so cool.
Sonny, I watched your TikTok live, Ashley. You were hilarious.
Ashley's like no holds barred. If like something is bothering on her, she lets you know every step of the way what her feelings are on it, right?
Yeah, it's like it's a gift and a curse. Like no one in my life ever has to like guess where they're at with me because I will say it.
Yeah.
But that live, I was just like, you guys, I'm trying my best. So
I can't imagine being like bombarded with that many questions at once. I would probably not be great at it either.
it was just a lot. Well, your head's in the clouds, and I'm just like focused. Like I was trying to like give the people what they want,
get it.
and like letting them know the prices, and then everybody kept asking me about different characters, but like. Well, I'm going to go live again, and I just need more mods. So if anybody wants to be a TikTok mod for Mouse Vibes, please let me know.
You have to go prepared when you're going live.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. Kidder, Harry Potter Land opened in 2010, and it drove the next decade of immersive experiences. Ooh. Super Nintendo World opens in 2023, and I think it's driving the next decade of interactive experiences.
I totally agree with that.
Yes.
I agree with that. The theme park experience for Super Nintendo World, we'll get into like a long format discussion on it, but right off the bat, it's totally different than anything else I've ever experienced. Choking on the truth. Are you okay?
I choke on water every time I drink. Does this happen to anyone else? Captain Alex. What other gaming franchise should be made into a theme park? Sonic the Hedgehog. We should have a Sega Genesis park. And they should have a water park division of it. And like the blue tubes you go through the tubes, and like you can have like fire elements and everything. But I want a Sega Sonic World.
I love that.
I loved Sega Genesis growing up, and I was so good at Sonic.
I would like them to do like, I want Link. However we can get Zelda and Link in here, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Susan M, Happy Mouse Vibes Mondays. Yes.
Thank you, Susan, for being here. That's so cool.
Comments are brutal and brave, hiding behind their tag name, just keeping you. Thank you. It's like I would lie if I said like some of it didn't bother me, but then it's like you have to be like, do the opinion of 13-year-olds that just want to know the price tag of a Luigi plush really bother me?
Shout out to all those 13-year-olds.
Shout out to the 13-year-olds. Fingers crossed, Nick, that the continued success of Avatar 2 means we will get some Avatar love at Disneyland Resort. Also, we need to go see the movie.
When you're right, Danny.
Yeah.
One, I need to see the movie with you. I need to like put my ears on. They've been in this box. Ashley doesn't even let me pull them out anymore. Should I pull them out right now?
You do whatever you want. I don't tell you what you can do.
Okay. And two, yes, I would love for Avatar to be at another theme park. Would it be awesome at Disneyland? Yes. Let's pose this question right now. I know that we're going through all the comments right now, but like, which Disney theme park would fit best for another like Avatar theme land, or at least like a ride?
I personally like, Animal Kingdom is so small, and even though it's my favorite Walt Disney World park, like, dude, double down and expand Pandora World of Avatar, triple the amount. Let's get another ride in there. Let's like do the dang thing and contract in Joe Rohde and really make it big. Like make half of Animal Kingdom like all of that. Like really go in. You know what I mean? Like if Avatar is gonna have so many more movies and the success of this one is this massive, it's like, why not? Like people I do not like Avatar. No offense to anybody. Like Nick loves it. It's not my thing. But Avatar, Pandora at Animal Kingdom is my jam. Like love Navi's River Journey. Danny knows I am a Navi River Journey stan for life.
She loves Navi. For me, like we were saying, I wanted to come to a Disneyland park. I would like to see it at Disneyland. Figure it a way maybe in Tomorrowland to put it in there, right?
I don't personally think it fits at Disneyland California. I think maybe at Walt Disney Studios Paris that would be really cool, but I don't think it fits here.
Because of the abundance of water around and stuff. I want to see it come to Disneyland. I think it's the biggest movie franchise. Get it here.
Yeah. I really wish we had a reality show between the two parks.
No, that would be awesome.
Would be so funny.
We have the better food though, right?
Oh my God. So psyched we're finally getting some big theme park action in Texas. Finally. It's going to be so cool to be able to drive to Universal instead of having to fly coast to coast. We're going to get into that a bit later in the live, but yes, you guys, absolutely.
Big news for Universal, totally.
How much is a Luigi plush? A bed! So I answered this question 74 times. The small one was $20 and the massive Luigi was $60. So they had these like huge plushies, and then they had the teeny tiny ones, and then they had the like keychain plushies that were like $10.
You have to get them all. They have them in all sizes.
Yeah. Selena, Happy Mouse Vibes Mondays. By the way, you guys, I got around to checking our P.O. box. And thank you so much for all the Christmas cards, Juan and Selena, Crystal Ray. Like, so many of you guys sent us such lovely family cards. And like, oh my gosh, we added it to our collection. And thank you guys for thinking of us.
Yeah, thank you so much. It means a lot.
Oh yeah, Hula Mama. Today at Trader Joe's, I put too many things in my pocket. She saw my Twitter. So I went to Trader Joe's in sweatpants that don't have the drawstring. And I put my wallet, my keys, my phone, and my hand sanitizer. And I'm walking through the frozen food section through Trader Joe's, and my sweatpants drop to below my underwear. And I caught it, and it was maybe like a half a second situation, but people definitely saw. And it was really embarrassing. So don't stuff your sweatpants.
Rule number 1, don't overstuff your sweatpants. Poor thing. I love that you just shared that here.
Well, I posted on Twitter.
Oh.
I have a whole Twitter life that you don't know about.
I have no idea about Twitter.
Oh my God. Sorry I'm late. Just realized it was Mouse Vibes Mondays. Woo!
Peter, what are you doing?
Here, Peter.
Thank you for being here, Peter.
Disneyland's expansion for Disneyland Forward would be perfect. It doesn't work for DCA. I agree. It doesn't work for DCA, Danny. 100%.
No, it doesn't. Disneyland.
Kidder, Walt Disney Studios Paris needs Avatar. I agree. And didn't France become like the second biggest country that for I saw this on Twitter.
For Avatar?
For Avatar, I think.
I don't believe so. I think it's China's number 1 and U.S. domestic is number 2.
Okay, I saw some.
Maybe,
France
though.
was up there.
But that would be awesome because the expansion for Walt Disney Studio Park is like based on a lake. So if they were able to integrate like the way of the water with that lake, that would also touch with Arendelle.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the expansion that everyone wants. Arendelle /
The collaboration.
Avatar.
Oh my god.
Couple A's.
Carrie Bear. Hi, Ashley and Nick. Happy Mousefeeds Mondays. We got into Super Nintendo World on Saturday.
Woo!
It was so amazing. I love the Bowser game. So interactive.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
So happy that you were able to like see it at the state too. Like they've been running technical rehearsals over at Universal Studios Hollywood for Super Nintendo World. And I feel like right now you're able to see them really test everything out and really get a grasp on how it's going to run.
Yeah.
I feel it's like a really unique time to go there right now.
Yeah, I do too. Oh gosh, David, do you think eventually they'll take down all sound stages at Universal Studios Hollywood, move the working studio, and just expand park offerings? So, I'm not educated enough on movie studios to know, but I know that these are like functioning, working movie studios and, sound studios and everything. I don't know if they can do that. I don't know if they can just wash away all of them and move them.
So that's actually a really good comment. We're going to say like TV work as a whole has moved out of Los Angeles. It's so expensive. You're seeing if it's like domestic, it's in Atlanta, it's in Louisiana, and it's a lot of stuff is in Canada. Just for tax purposes, you're really not seeing a lot of that. In the last few years, you're also seeing Universal build sound stages on the very far end of the property. So I feel like they really are making a push in the next 10 years to move all the active sound stages to the far end and move the studio tour. The only like little hiccup about it is like there's 3 sound stages. The one where they do the voice coming down the hill, and then those ones they show on the tram tour before you go into the New York area.
Yeah.
They're like, this is where Keenan is filmed. But besides that, like I really feel like you're not seeing a lot of work at Universal as much, at least not like it used to.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel, if anybody in the chat, I feel like Peter would know this, but like, I feel like you can't just wipe away all those really historic sound stages right there. Because then that would mess with the LANKERSHIM entrance of the lot and just with the whole, feng shui of the studios. I don't know. I'm sure they have plans to do something, but like, that would mess up with like Steven Spielberg's office and the craft food area, you know what I mean? Like I just don't know how easy it is.
Like those are sound stages. They have a lot back there for Amblin Film, but like I feel like that's something because those sound stages were ancient and there's ways to make it more accessible and like energy efficient. So we'll have to see though. We'll just have to see.
Yay, we made it. Happy Mousefeeds Monday. Ever since
Juan.
we saw your Patreon London video, I've been stuck speaking with that accent. Selena's getting ready to drop kick me.
Yes.
In our Patreon video, we like went out on the town in London till like 4 in the morning, and like the more drinks I had, the more annoying I became, and I was like, I'm in London, and it was, I'm sorry, but I'm so glad you loved the Patreon video, Juan, and that you didn't like shun me over it because I thought it was really funny, but
it was a day of trials and tribulations. That whole like vlog is so funny.
Yeah, that vlog is funny. Oh my gosh, we have a super chat from Rudio!
Rudio!
Joe Buck and Troy Aikman directed me to this live during the football for a second screen experience. Love you guys. Can't wait for Disney 100 weekend. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, if you guys didn't watch Monday Night Football, right after the Mandalorian Season 3 teaser, they actually direct us over here. So thank you for the plug, Rudio.
Yeah, thank you, NFL, for sponsoring Mousefeeds Mondays live. We really appreciate it.
You got to keep the M's connected. Mousefeeds Monday, Monday Night Football. Makes sense.
Fabiola Capranos. Oh, Yoli! Is it cheaper to do movies in Canada? This is like not my expertise.
You don't know?
I feel like it's cheaper to do movies anywhere except Los Angeles, right?
Maybe.
I would assume.
That's what we're going to do. When we go to Canada next, first thing we're doing, sing a movie.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah, let's
Perfect.
do it. No, she says, is it cheaper to do movies in Canada, not go to the movies
No,
in
yeah,
Canada?
it is.
I was like, what?
They get a tax break, for sure.
Okay. For Disney to compete with Super Nintendo, they'll need to come back with something no one has seen in any other park. Super Nintendo is going to attract more family. My 4 kids said Super Nintendo #1.
That's interesting. How old are your kids? Because I'm always interested on this. Like, I grew up with Super Nintendo and Nintendo as a whole, 64, all of that stuff. So I always like, does it translate to today?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
really cool. Yeah, Disney has to come up with something crazy next.
Dude, they have to. Oh gosh, David, seeing Super Nintendo World makes me so excited for Epic Universe. Huge Disney fan, but Universal's really coming through with some new offerings. Totally. So it's so funny. I had this talk with somebody inside of Super Nintendo World, and we were saying the same thing. Because in Florida, you have pretty much unlimited land. And that's where they can get really, really creative. And if any of you have been to Islands of Adventure or Universal Studios Florida, you know that park, it's so special. It's so creative. It's so spaced out. The food is great. All of it's great. So I agree with this. Like, it makes me so pumped for Epic Universe. And I always say Nick and I never do East Coast opening dates, but like, we will be there opening day of Epic Universe. Like, I'm getting a hotel room. We're camping out in the blistering Florida heat. Like, we have to be a part of it, you know? Putting that on wax up will be there for opening of Epic Universe. Hey!
I guess we have to now. I can't wait. Obviously, I love what's happening over at Universal. Everything at Universal Orlando the last couple of years with Hagrid's and Velocicoaster, Jurassic World here at Universal Hollywood, and now Super Nintendo World. I love this.
Yeah, no, so I agree. Cool. Well, are we just going to keep Bob Chapek as our on wax guy forever?
Big Shot Bob? Of course.
Big Shot Bob?
Of course he is.
The price is wrong, Bob.
Oh, here we go from Lewis and Lewis.
In Canada, we have good tax breaks for filming. Okay, that makes sense. Peter, I don't think they could get rid of many sound stages. They are still booked often, even though most of the good shows are in other states. Question is, would they make more money with the theme park stuff?
I think so. I think so for sure. I mean, people want more theme park. That's like the biggest thing is like, you come here and I know they like try to sell movie galore, and I think it really means a lot to a certain generation. But I have a brother who is 23 years old. He'll be 23 this year. No idea what Back to the Future is. No idea who Alfred Hitchcock is. And we're a movie family. He just doesn't care.
Wait, JJ doesn't?
No idea.
JJ's like in his, like, I'm going to Coachella and experimenting phase, not...
Like, I want to dress in white pants and go to Tulum.
And, like, have linens and stuff. Yeah, so... But I get where you're coming from. My brother doesn't care about that stuff either.
You know what I mean?
Coolium. As a Star Wars and Marvel fan, I was extremely disappointed with both lands relating to those properties, but Nintendo is my forte, and Universal nailed it. They truly made something special. That's crazy. So it's so funny with the Galaxy's Edge conversation, because you have the people that are like, they love Galaxy's Edge, everything about it, and then you have the people in the middle that are Star Wars diehards that love Galaxy's Edge, but they're like, yo, it could have been better. And then you have the people who are like, I hate Galaxy's Edge, I hate it. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, there's more comparison to be made with Galaxy's Edge and Super Nintendo World. You have to, like, I know so many people complain about Galaxy's Edge, rather, but you have to give it to Disney for trying to do something completely different. Like, I feel like so many people are like, we want a unique experience, a change of atmosphere. You're the hero of your own journey. Like, how awesome is that? I love that. And Super Nintendo World isn't that far off. You're basically a game character in Super Nintendo World. If you want to rank up and be the highest scored person, you can. I feel like it's really similar, actually.
No, it's so tough, because it's just like, I was talking to Peter about this the other day. I think if I would have experienced Galaxy's Edge on opening day with Rise of the Resistance a part of it, I feel like my mind would have been blown. But my first, like, being in there, I was like, there's not much to do.
Right.
And I didn't like Smuggler's Run, but like, you feel me? But like, now I appreciate Galaxy's Edge. But I just like, I know that's obviously why we're all in this live stream, is to compare, but like, that's a hard comparison for me. I don't know.
For me, it's like, I can go to Disneyland and not get on a ride. So I was just like enthralled with like the atmosphere and just being there.
Yeah.
I
think a few of the sound stages near the theme park lower lot will go to theme park expansion now that they built the stages on the other side of the lower lot, though. I think so too. I think Universal knows they have something really, really big with Super Nintendo World, and they know that the demand for theme parks are there. They're going to make it bigger. They're going to expand while simultaneously having movies and shows that we love be on that lot. Yes. Because that is the charm and the appeal of Universal Studios Hollywood. That's what everybody says. The Studio Tram Tour, and the fact that in any given day you can see Mario Lopez or sometimes Chris Pratt or freaking The Rock or...
Have you seen any of those people before?
No, but I've seen it on Twitter.
Yeah, me too. Dang it. See the stars, ride the movies.
Jiminy Disney. Yes, it's cheaper to do production anywhere else, really, except England. Canada cheaper, but also not that much cheaper. It's also only for Canadians.
Oh, interesting.
I'm learning a lot.
So I wonder if that's like you have to get like a mostly Canadian crew or something like that. Or Ryan Reynolds has to star in the movie. Either or.
What up, Ryan? Hi, Mouse Vibes. My name is Ryan, and hi from Honolulu, Hawaii.
Aloha, Ryan. Thank you for being here, bro.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Gerald Pasquale. I think we met him in Super Nintendo World.
We 100%. What up, Gerald? Thank you for being here, brother.
This is my first Mouse Vibes Mondays live. Glad to say hi to you and Nick at the park. I'm too shy to say hi to Ashley next time I get the chance to introduce the both of you together. Oh my gosh, I get that too because sometimes I'll see someone and then I'm like, should I say hi? And then I don't. So next time, please say hi. But I think I saw you and Nick talking. So nice to meet you from a distance.
Yeah, Gerald and I were collecting coins on the second deck. We're just...
Thank you for being here.
He's like one of the top scorers right now at Super Nintendo World. He's in the top 10, so watch out for him.
Oh.
Just saying.
Not me. I'm not good at that stuff. Production in LA will always exist because so much of the industry is here, but will either be huge budgets or micro small. The in-between stuff is to shoot or to make it here. It's so funny because we live in the wonderful valley, and literally once or twice a week, there's production in Mag Park, in downtown Burbank, freaking on our old street. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was filmed. Brad Pitt, I was walking the dog and Brad Pitt was filming on our street and I literally just stood there and I didn't know what to do and I was like, it's so cool.
No, I think you're totally right. It will always exist here, but I just feel like the days of seeing the sound stages, like if you go to Universal, they're like, from the hit show Bones, or like Jurassic Park 2 was filmed right over here, which I love Jurassic Park 2. Lost World is so fun, but I just wish there was more titles that filled that in. I don't know.
Island, Back to the Future is one of those movies that should transcend generations, but I'm admittedly saying this knowing I can't understand how people raised in the post-internet world would think about stuff. Yeah, it's funny. It's just like if we showed kids Home Alone, and I would imagine, I'm not a parent, but I would imagine you show a kid Home Alone, they're like, why didn't he just call his parents? And then like, it's very hard for like the new generation to compute, like we didn't have access to things like,
or the Matrix, like you have to go find a payphone to get out of here. It's like, damn it.
Yeah. Or like even now there's that viral trend on TikTok where you ask little kids the phone symbol and like an older person does this and kids do this. It's just like, it's changed.
So true.
Like, do you guys remember how like people used to never be able to get a hold of you unless you were home? And like you just like you had to be at the office to work. I miss that.
Interesting. Well, you're homebound for everything back then.
We don't gotta hate on Avengers Campus and Galaxy's Edge of Nintendo World. Agreed.
Facts. That's 100%.
Yeah. But it's not about if general public or people care about Hollywood history. It's will they make more money renting the stages to studios each year when they would with increased theme park expansion.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You know what, though? Like, here, Peter, is like, you're right on that. They probably would make a bigger budget, and that's something we won't see. But the outpour of people that are coming for, like, Grinchmas or Halloween Horror Nights, and it feels like everyone is trampling on each other. It just seems like they're ready for growth in some way. And I feel like the lower lot makes the most sense at this point, just because, like, there's already, like, so many escalators of doom. Just keep it in two areas. The upper lot, the lower lot for right now.
David Vaughn! I wish that Universal would expand into City Walk rather than the studio tour. Ooh. They demoed a historical soundstage for Super Nintendo World.
That's true.
I agree with you, and I think I've said this on past lives. And it might be because Universal is my home park. There's nothing to me about City Walk, even though I'm really excited for Twosomes, that, like, I feel the need for City Walk to be there. And I agree with you, David. I'd rather than bulldoze all of City Walk and expand up the hill as opposed to down. Like, I 100% agree.
I never thought of that. That's really smart. I always thought maybe a Universal hotel would come there, but expanding it there makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
For sure.
What about the Abercrombie & Fitch, though? We're keeping that, right? Building around that? Okay.
Okay. Pokemon needs to come to Universal. They can print money with merch for days. Oh, 100%.
That would be true.
I just saw we are getting Donkey Kong Country. That's not confirmed, but there is speculation that there's a big tunnel that could eventually move into an expansion. I would put this on wax that within the next 5 years we're gonna get an expansion announced for Super Nintendo World. It's too popular. People want more, and Universal Studios Hollywood is only going to get more popular.
Another reason why I feel like it's real similar to Galaxy's Edge. I feel like we're going to see 2 of them as well.
The Mickey Show friends, hello.
What's up, Mickey Show?
Hello. Discover the magic. Hey, guys. Hey.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Island. Oh, my God. How do you handle traffic from the valley? I cry on the 5 freeway.
Yeah.
I just cry.
Lots of podcasts.
Lots of... Yeah.
Voice texts, all of that stuff.
Nick listening to podcasts with a bunch of skateboard guys about the barracks, bro.
And the Beagle tapes. Yeah.
And the Beagle tapes. Crystal and Chris, hi friends, had to stop by to hit that like button. Yes, totally agree. Don't have to hate other lands to enjoy one. To each his, her own, plenty to enjoy. I agree. And it doesn't mean we can't critique things, but I think the reason that all of this got brought up is because Twitter, who Nick's not on, there was a big debate over sightlines. And like a lot of the people that were talking about the sightlines are people that I really enjoy following on Twitter. But I think this week it got just like a teensy bit out of hand. And, you know, we can enjoy all theme parks. We can love everything about all theme parks. We don't have to get so like out for blood about it. And this past week on Diz Twitter, like people were out for blood.
I get it though.
And I don't think like it like kind of saddened me that like people don't understand the concept of the technical rehearsal.
What do you mean?
Like a technical rehearsal with the land. So you guys know, I don't know if any of you are like thespians or whatever, but a technical rehearsal is needed for lands, which Universal does. I don't know if Disney does it. I haven't been a part of any of them. But you need a technical rehearsal just like a Broadway play. They run the play back 50, 60 times with costumes and this and this and this and this to make sure that on opening day it is absolutely flawless. They're getting feedback from people. They have half the audience come in and give back notes. That's what Universal Studios Hollywood is doing with their $1 bajillion brand new land that has been really anticipated. So not everything was done. Not every speck of paint was done. They're still working out the kinks. So you had all these, Disney purists that literally, whatever Universal does, are like, you suck on Twitter. Damn! I'm going there. You had all these people freaking out about it. And it's like, tell me you don't know what a technical rehearsal is without telling me you don't know what a technical rehearsal is, boo. Chill TF out. Like, I couldn't. Sorry, don't get mad at please. Sorry.
I get that. I understand. That's why I'm not on Twitter. Shout out to Crystal and Chris for being here, and especially Chris. I've been seeing him the last couple of days over at Super Nintendo World. He's actually in our video right before we like geeked out. We miss you, Crystal.
Sorry, Sorry, I just went there. I've been waiting to say this. I like love and respect everyone's opinion. You can take over the chat.
Okay, cool.
But I just had to get that off my chest. Because then you had people being like, Disney would never. And it's like, listen, bro, again, sorry. But if you look at the back of Galaxy's Edge from Mickey and Friends parking structure, it's a bunch of cement on little toothpick sticks. Like, let's like call it spades of spades here. And it was just like, this is what I love about the community as well. It's just funny how passionate, because we're having a whole live stream about it. But like Twitter was crazy this week.
Hold on. But it's just Disneyland we're talking about. Because like, sightlines at DCA are a thing. You can see like hotels and stuff from Radiator Springs.
Yeah. And that's why that was the whole like brunt of it,
I see.
Is because so many Disney people were like, Disney would never. Walt's original vision was you needed to have great sightlines. And then people were like, oh my God, Disney would never. And then they took the picture from behind Galaxy's Edge, or they took the picture where you can literally see Pixar Pier Hotel and the freeway. So it's like,
or at Walt Disney World, it's not really a thing either. And honestly, that doesn't bother me. Like, I don't care as long as it's fun and there's like good food and fun rides. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, like when I'm on...
I don't need an explanation for a building. I can be like, that's an awesome building.
But I get, like, with people that love, you know, the architecture of the parks, like, I get where they're coming from. And, like, it's fun. It's passionate to nitpick. And a lot of people's, that's their thing, is they want to nitpick. But it was just, like, very fun and, like, unhinged on Twitter this week. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Will you hit this one, Ash?
With the new Mario movie and with the inevitable success of that film, Nintendo and other properties are going to be bigger than ever. Universal knows they have a juggernaut. Imagine Zelda. Oh, 100%. Like, they struck gold here.
In my like perfect world right now, I feel like the Super Nintendo franchise right now is building up for like their Avengers, and that Avengers movie will be a Super Smash Brothers. I feel like we're really about to see that. Like, you don't just cast like Seth Rogen to be Donkey Kong and other characters in there unless you really expand to like build those out.
Yeah.
I really do think that's gonna happen.
I hate the whole comparing Super Nintendo World to Galaxy's Edge or Avengers Campus conversation. Everyone gave Disney crap for charging for web slingers, but Super Nintendo World, you have to pay $40 to enjoy 70% of the land. Peter, like
But is that something far off from what, Universal has been doing with, Harry Potter and the Wizarding World? You can't do any of the window activities and become an actual wizard until you go into Ollivanders, and you have to spend what? How much is a wand at Ollivanders? Like close to $40 maybe?
I think like closer to 60.
And you can't put that anywhere. At least with the power band, I can strap it down or.
But you can't.
Like it.
You can't do the power. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. The only add-on to a ride right now that you can use at home is the Spider-Man web slingers, because we have one and it blows air.
That's true.
And then the spider thing like flies out. The power band, it just looks cute as an accessory. And what was the other one you just said? Oh, and the wand, I mean, it looks cute as an accessory.
Yeah.
But there's not, like, no magic is happening.
I like the fact that they're, like, one-upping these experiences to take home with you. It's never been perfect. And we're just seeing, like, them actually think about stuff like that for the very first time.
Yeah. I wish there was a Yoshi's Adventure in Universal Hollywood, but honestly, I like the one from Japan since it's much bigger. I wish there was a Yoshi Adventure too, but I think Universal still has some tricks up their sleeve. I don't think that everything we've seen in the soft opening technical rehearsal is what we're going to see opening day, and I'm very excited for that.
I agree. And I'm just happy that we got something at Universal Studios Hollywood. For a long time, it was like, nothing will fit back there. If you guys remember, it was like Backdraft back there back in the day, right?
Yeah.
It's just crazy to think of what it's like, looks like in like 25 years. That's nuts.
It would be awesome for them to expand through the Waterworld path and replace some of City Walk. Yeah, I think I love that too. Like, I'm obviously not a architect person or Bob the Builder, but like, I don't know how that would work, but I agree. Like, I feel like you can like bulldoze the latter half of City Walk, like Buca de Beppo and Margarita, like, who cares?
The Raider store.
Bulldoze all of that, and then everything past Two Sums, bulldoze and expand.
That'd be crazy. I don't know, like, is City Walk as poppin' as it used to be? I don't know. I don't go there anymore.
We don't go there, but like,
I only go there to watch a movie.
For tourists, like, people love it. And then also, I don't know if they've brought it back post-COVID, but the summer concert series at City Walk is huge. Like, a lot. Justin Bieber played that. My first Justin Bieber concert was at City Walk on that stage.
Never heard of him.
I think the comparison of the web slingers accessories of power-up bands is flawed because those are just for one ride. Yet the power-up bands are across the whole land and can be used at home. I didn't know that they can be used at home within the game, so that makes a lot of sense. That's really cool.
And you can check your ranking system from at home, so at any point you can see where you are stacked up against everyone in the land.
Okay. Nick really loved the editing details from the Wizarding World to the 360 warp pipe. Sick, dude. Super sick.
That's so cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're having fun filming all this stuff right now.
People who put down other lands or parks in comparison to their faves makes no sense to me. Let's enjoy them all and be happy that competition is driving innovation. Yes. Absolutely. And it's like, the catch-22 here is that we're all comparing everything, but it's just fun to talk about. But I'm like, and Random Recess, we're Twitter friends, the people that took it to like the psycho level. And that's where it's like, you guys, like, everything can be fun. Like Super Nintendo World with its power-up bands and its restaurant, its really fun ride can be that. Galaxy's Edge can be this. Avengers Campus can be that. Like, everything can be its own thing, and we can appreciate its loveliness and flaws all at once.
100%. I love the fact, too, like a few years ago, it was like, all right, Universal is Harry Potter. Now what? They don't have anything. The other park has Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, rather. And then they were able to like work out a deal with Nintendo. Like, how epic is that? And then Pokemon. And they're going the complete other way, and it's going to drive innovation. Like, I will say right now, like, off the bat, the app and how the power band works is far superior than anything that's happening at Disney right now. The simplicity of the app is awesome. It's so cool.
I'm going to say this. I still have yet to use my Magic Band at Disneyland Resort. I only used it at Walt Disney World. And aside from it being really cute and light up, there's no point. Like, I wasted my money buying it, but it was a hype thing.
How many people were setting up their Magic Band Plus and had issues setting up?
I mean, me and Kitra's didn't work. She had to get a new one.
It's as simple as scanning a QR code on the other one and set up within seconds. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, no, it's really, really cool. Julie Hunt, hi everyone. I was lucky enough to go to Disneyland and Universal in June because I'm from Australia. Woo!
What's up, Julie?
I really loved all of the worlds. Nintendo World looks amazing. Can't wait to get back there. I love that, yes. Julie, and that's awesome that you trekked all the way from Australia to come check out this stuff. That's
I hope
amazing.
you had the best time, too. That's so cool.
Will we see an expansion to Galaxy's Edge or Super Nintendo World or Avengers Campus first? Who's going to be next in the expansion game?
Love this question, Kidder. Good job.
What do you think?
I think it's going to be easily Super Nintendo World off the bat. I really do. Yeah, I do. I don't know. I love the idea of Avengers Campus really expanding. Is that just one ride? Is that more of a land? Like, does it seep into, like, the Hollywood area? It's kind of hard to tell right now. I think with Super Nintendo World, they're coming out with a game plan. Especially, like, you're seeing the Donkey Kong expansion put over at 2 different parks. Like, I feel like anytime you see a roller coaster, you know that's going to get put somewhere else.
I mean, let's be real. Super Nintendo was thought of and built still before Tron.
I love it.
And I'm not crapping on Disney, like, again, but I'm just like, I would say that too. Like, I wanted to be like, no, Avengers Campus is going to be the first thing because it needs the most help. But I can see the Avengers e-ticket never happening and that being like a pipe dream, and Super Nintendo World expanding before we get anything else. I can see that.
And I feel like Galaxy's Edge is pretty tight space. Like, there's not much room. If you would have told me, like, it was going to take over Toontown before Mickey and Minnie's, I would have totally believed it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Galaxy's Edge is kind of perfect. I love it.
I feel like, honestly, in Galaxy's Edge, it's like you have Rise of the Resistance, which is arguably one of the best and most innovative rides in the world. You have new characters finally walking around.
Yes, the characters.
You have really good food and food options in Galaxy's Edge. You have Savvy's Workshop, even though it costs you your first unborn child and your entire 401k to build a lightsaber. The option is
totally
there.
Worth it.
Yeah, I think Galaxy's
and then you have the cantina, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah.
What's up, Drew? Thanks for being here, man.
Oh, Disneyland did used to do some soft openings.
Oh.
Okay. I think the diehard fans on each side had a lot to say about Super Nintendo World. Disney purists are intimidated by this land, and understandably because Universal made a huge stride. And loving both parks, I do feel like Universal Studios was the underdog for a really, really long time. I feel like they didn't really have too much big wowza stuff since Harry Potter Wizarding World. Like, Secret Life of Pets was cool, but it was like a little slow ride and it's really dope, but like it was nothing to measure up to Harry Potter. And now they're like, boom, mic drop, boo. You're gonna buy all these power bands and you're gonna eat at Toadstool Cafe and you're gonna go on this really cool ride and Princess Peach talks and she's amazing and Super Mario's eyebrows move, so your turn, boo. And I love it.
And I feel like they're really hitting that stride and pushing it. Like, for a long time, it was like, Universal only does screen rides. And they open up Jurassic World, the ride with, like, the largest animatronics. And it works pretty much every time.
Yeah.
And then, like, all right, well, what's another IP? Super Nintendo World. And they're on this real track this trajectory, to build a new attraction every year. And if they're able to do that, like, that's a huge thing for Disney to compete every single year with a new thing.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. Like, they could be like, Paint the Night comes out tomorrow. I'm like, I'm going to Disney.
Yeah, it's like both. It's like, I just love being a fan of both. Like,
Totally.
I literally love being a fan of both. Mason Gonzo, hi Mouse Vibes. I just wanted to say that at Universal and Disney, Universal has made their lands unique and an experience, while some Disneylands seem like a location and less of an experience. Mason Gonzo, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with this just because I feel like Galaxy's Edge is an experience. Mm-hmm. I feel like Avengers Campus is an experience. But I see your point, but like, I personally don't agree with
How would you feel about the Paradise Garden Park experience?
I hate you. You're stupid. But thank you for the comment.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I actually agree. I feel like Universal is making, like, what you're seeing in Secret Life of Pets, Pets Place and Minions Way, it really feels dynamic. I really do believe that. Like, they made this whole thing. It plays Taylor Swift at Mach 10. I feel like they really have done that. And then over at Jurassic, like, they could have just expanded the ride and put animatronics, but, like, no, we're going to put a new restaurant. We're going to put a bar over there that has a cool pun name. Like, I feel like they actually are trying. It could be so much less. Like, you have to understand, for, like, a long time, that lower lot was, like, Backdraft, I Love Lucy tribute store, which, put some respect on Lucy, okay? It's really come, like, leaps and bounds.
The glow-up of the lower lot, I get, but the Secret Life of Pets, like, that whole area, like, it's beautiful, but, like, the Minions, like, I don't know.
What was there before? It was, like, a generic theater, and, like, I don't know.
I can't even remember.
You can go to T2?
Oh, yeah! Kidder, I feel like Disney has always cared about sightlines, so they always have to care about them. Universal Hollywood hasn't always cared, so it doesn't matter. I think they both win with what they want to do. And also, I don't know if this is, like, a smart thing to say. I don't know if I'm going to sound intelligent, but, like, I don't look at Universal for sightlines. I look at them as a movie studio. I look at them as, like, little pockets of IPs of little things I like. Mm-hmm. And I kind of like that it's a hodgepodge of stuff. Like, you feel me? Like, it's like you're in the Parisian Courtyard or whatever, then you're at Mel's Diner, and then you're in New York, and then there's a dinosaur, and then there's Super Nintendo World. Like, I like that. That to me feels like riding the movies.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Does anybody understand what I was trying to articulate right now? Okay. Compared to Galaxy's Edge, Super Nintendo World is so much more alive, and it makes you want to stay there for longer. Ooh, okay.
I feel like you have to go.
Yeah. Just as Danny, let's not forget Shish Kebab Jack on Incredicoaster. Yeah, I will never forget or forgive Disney for that. Why didn't they use clear acrylic sticks instead of the Shish Kebab Jack? I agree. Like,
clear acrylic sticks over time with, like, the sun and stuff would just turn yellow. They would have to create... It would... Why spend more money on something that's going to look the same in, like, 6 months?
I agree with Danny on that.
I agree with that as well. Maybe not do any sticks.
Yeah. Adrian V. Hey, Mouseketeers. How do you feel about the new stuff Universal unveiled about their year-round horror experience? We've met and talked, not Scary Farm. Cheers, amigos.
Yeah, that's a cool segue. I like that.
Yeah. I think it's great. And... I'm really excited. Like, I think it's really cool. I've been to Texas, and the weather in Texas is awful, just like Florida, but the Florida parks thrive. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited for Texans to have a park. Like, it's going to bring me to Texas. I'm going to go out and visit the park.
I like the idea of Halloween Horror Nights expanding and everyone gets to see it in Vegas and make it like an event. I'm just worried having like a year-round haunt is going to like make people not want to go to the theme parks. I don't know how it's going to play out. Anytime like Universal Studios Hollywood has done like a year-round haunt, it was always like a walk-on attraction after a little bit. Whether it was The Walking Dead, whatever horrors or whatever was there before with like Chucky and all their like monsters before. Do you ever do the walk around?
No, I didn't do. I was too scared.
Or like The Mummy was a walk around before it came a ride. They just never really last. And it would be one thing to like have to update it constantly, but I don't know how often you would have to do that at like a massive thing in Vegas like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it being, I see it being cooler. Like, I think it's going to be cool. And I think Vegas, like, you're out in Vegas, you're popping off with your friends, you can go see Cirque du Soleil, then you can go get scared, and then you can go gamble. Like, I think it's going to be a different type of tourism situation as opposed to, like, people coming out here for a theme park and then not wanting to go through a little dinky walkthrough.
Hopefully if it's, like, even expanded further than that, since, like, I'm guessing it's going to be around the same price point, right? You'd guess?
I don't think they're going to charge $149 for a year round. Cool. I think it might be $25.
Maybe.
I could be wrong, but we'll see. I definitely want to go. Aaliyah Nicole, I love Ashley's passion. Hey from Twitter. Thank you.
That's so cool. I love that.
I'm either like, you either really like my passion or you think I'm annoying. There's no in between. So I really appreciate the kind words. Jason Jennings, Disneyland shouldn't be worried. It's only one ride in a small land. Universal Studios Hollywood needs more rides, attractions.
That's interesting, yeah.
And that was like the whole basis of the beginning of this live. Like, do you guys think Disney should be worried about it? Mm-hmm. Do you think that Universal Studios Hollywood just smack down a winning card. Like, you know?
I think that Disney is going to have its audience no matter what, to be honest. I love the idea of Super Nintendo World really raising the level. But Disney can, like, drop a popcorn bucket tomorrow and then all of it's really forgotten. And I love Universal. I'm saying that, like, I would go to whatever they have going on right now. As soon as that 100 hits and they do, like, Mickey and Minnie's, or if they're able to, like Magic Happens comes back, I feel like it's going to be a huge event.
Yeah. And that's another thing. And that's another thing, you know, comparing. The one area, in my opinion, that Disney will always win no matter what is parades. Because it has the music aspect. If Universal tomorrow did a dinosaur parade with John Williams Orchestra, I would have the same feeling, but that's not the type of park that it is.
Right.
But no matter what, I will always run to Disney for Magic Happens, Paint the Night, Christmas Fantasy, anything. You know, Disney on Stars in Paris, like everything, because it has all the music from my childhood. If Universal found a way to replicate that with Harry Potter and Jurassic World and all that stuff, that would be, you know what I mean?
It's enticing.
Yeah. Peter, I don't hate on the $40 power bands. I'm just saying people are being hypocritical just to defend the park of their fandom. Both are doing the same things.
Totally. That makes sense.
Just ask Danny. The Power Up Band is a Nintendo amiibo and works with the Nintendo Switch. Don't forget, definitely brings a value add considering the average amiibo is $20 to $40. That I didn't know.
Danny.
Thank you guys for letting us know in the comments.
And I feel like, too, like anything else, like the power bands that we're seeing right now are like the V1 of it. And as Nintendo expands, I would look for different ones.
Oh, I agree. I'm like waiting to get myself a power band because I have a feeling they'll come out with like new characters and I really want a Wario one.
That's what I'm saying, or like anniversary ones or specialty ones. It seems like that would be an easy moneymaker.
Random Recess. The HHN in Area 15 in Vegas has so much potential to try it out and perfect stuff for the bigger horror nights on the coast throughout the off season. Can't wait to see what they do.
I would love that.
I think so too. And like Vegas is such a turn up. Like I think it'd be cool to like go pop off with your friends and then like pay $30 to go get scared. Like that'd be sick. And then you see Jack the Clown in the teaser artwork. Like I think that'd be really cool.
I love that.
Discover the magic. I'm a fan of the idea of power bands since unlike magic bands, it has multiple experiences that you can use within the land and a level of achievement where it unlocks a secondary experience.
I agree with that. It feels like almost like you're collecting like little NFTs in the land or something. Like you have a certificate, like you did something and you earned that badge. I agree with that.
Theme parks and horror stuff. I've done opening day for other rides at Universal Studios in Orlando and we got free gifts. Do we think pass holders will get anything during the previews? I don't think so.
I would not expect that.
I wouldn't expect that, but I've never done... I did the soft opening for Jurassic World. I did the soft opening for Secret Life of Pets, and that never happened. But, like, in the words of Justin Bieber, never say never. Kidder, power-up bands actually double as amiibo. Again, thank you. I did not know that. Also, I need a Switch.
Yeah, you do need a Switch.
Ooh. Disney is so far above that Universal could do nothing to compete with Disney. Okay, John.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, I get that. Like, you know what, though? Disney is one of those things where it's... With, like, the idea of, like, animation movies and stories, they have 100 years. Like, they're celebrating 100 years of the Disney company. It's a lot to really, like, take in, and it's the pinnacle. Like, when anyone's thinking of, like, the best experience, it's always, like, Disney. And I feel like Universal's really come leaps and bounds, but it's going to take a lot of attractions because the price point between the two parks is so close, and Disney's, like, 50 attractions. Universal's like 11. It's really difficult to compare.
There's more attractions at Universal Hollywood than 11.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there? Hold on.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, 1. Jurassic World, Transformers, Mummy. Simpsons. Studio Tram Tour.
Flight of the Hippogriff.
Secret Life of Pets. Minions Way. That's 10.
And then the Journey, whatever.
Forbidden Journey. That's 11. And then...
Waterworld? Is that an attraction?
What are we missing?
You said Minions and Secret Life, yeah? There's the spinning ride in Minions as well.
Spinning ride in Minions.
Okay, so 13 attractions.
13.
Yeah.
We
I have an idea. Universal needs to add a seasonal ride that will be changed for different holiday seasons. Example, for winter, it could be the animated Grinch, and for spring, it can be Hop. That would be awesome. That's a great idea. Let's see. Amaro. I'm a pro wrestling fan. The Disney Universal rivalry is very much WWE versus AEW modern day. We as fans all just get to sit back and enjoy. Yeah, it's really fun, and it's fun, you know what I mean? Like, just look at the chat right now. People are like, like, I love this. Like, it's just an exciting time for all of these theme parks and for us to, like, to witness. Because if you really think about it, like, you know those, like, documentaries on, like, CNN or Discovery or whatever, where they're, like, looking at whatever through the years, and you have, like, the 1970s, the 1980s, and 1990s, like, we're all witnessing theme park history. And who's to say in 50 years, when we're all really, really old at home, we're gonna see a CNN special about, like, the rise of theme park wars. Like, it's very, very exciting.
Very cool.
Harry Potter is so lame anyway. RG, boo.
1 point Gryffindor.
1 point Gryffindor. That ain't it. Coolio AM. At the end of the day, we're getting these awesome new experiences that are going to make everyone want to pot each other. Coolio AM, I'm so happy that you found us and that you're in the chat. You're, like, offering some, like, really good banter and comments, and, like, awesome.
Appreciate you so much.
Yeah. Isaac, I just wish Universal would take a closer look at their food offerings. Come on, people, a man needs to eat. I agree.
Yes.
That's why I'm excited. Nick and I haven't tried. He tried some of the Universal Studios Super Nintendo World food.
I just did salad. Yeah, the caprese salad.
But it's nice to see that they're trying with other stuff, because it's like, I agree with Universal Studios. They need a bit more like variety with their food.
100%. If you're gonna see Universal do a new food item, bet your bottom dollar burgers on that list. They do so many burgers in that park.
In Cali, Disney should not be worried about this, because other than this, rest of the park is, man, the studio closes way too early. In Orlando is where Disney should be worried.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's, yeah, you're totally right. I don't think it's necessarily a worry as much as, like, you're seeing them take a little bit of, like, an audience away from them. Like, especially with Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights here until, like, we started doing the spooky things. I had no idea how dominant it was.
Dude, yeah.
There's a lot to it.
A lot to it. Abby, thanks for being here. Woo!
Thanks, Abby.
Mark, Avengers Campus is next to expand. They already announced it with the Thanos ride. So, Mark, I mean, here's the thing. There's been many times where Disney announces something and then it never happens. Like the Mary Poppins stuff at Epcot.
The first Avengers ride, which was like the Quinjet ride.
Yeah. So, I mean, I really love, like, your enthusiasm and positivity for it, but just because it's announced at D23 doesn't mean it's going to happen, or means that it's going to happen soon, but I hope that you're right.
You know, that would be like the ultimate, like, if you want a raise up to be able to, like, shut this whole conversation up, if Bob Iger was like, Avengers Campus ride is being broken and this is the opening date, the internet would lose it. It would just be another level.
Yeah. Yvette, happy Mouse Eyes Monday.
What's up, yes. Yvette? Thank you for being here.
Agreed. Zelda in place of Simpsons or Lost Continent is a no-brainer. Dude, Zelda would freaking crush. Yes. My brother is, like, really, really, really into Zelda. And I remember, like, 15 years ago, I took my brother to a Zelda orchestra at the Greek Theater.
Wow.
It was really cool. It was packed, sold out. It was amazing.
Amazing.
Elijah Chavez, random, but my dream would be for Universal to buy the nearby golf course and make it a massive expansion that way. Probably won't happen, but it's fun to dream. Elijah, it's so fun to dream, and that golf course is so famous, and so many celebrities play golf there, and so many business deals are made that I don't see it going away, but I agree.
Lakeside, like, the whole city of Burbank would burn down, and Lakeside would be pristine, and no one would do anything. Like, that place is just like a fortress here.
You want to read that one, babe?
Sure. Y'all have the best Super Nintendo World video. I've been a huge Disney stan forever, and you guys made me want to finally give Universal a try again. Mahalo, Nick and Ashley. Oh, that's so cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You should 100% check out Universal. It's really worth checking out. Go do it. Like, there's so much to really see there right now.
Comcast realizes it can aggressively expand Universal Studios Hollywood and become an actual destination for people. Here's the thing that Universal Studios Hollywood's missing. They're missing a pop-in hotel, and they're missing pop-in nightlife within the area. Like, I get City Walk, but, like, it doesn't have the resort feel. if Universal put up 2 really, really cool hotels in the area that, that connected the bridge to Universal, that would really, really up the ante because it would feel like a resort. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. And what if they're able to do like, a Star Cruiser type feel, but with those other properties, whether it's, Harry Potter, like it gets sorted into your own home. That would be amazing. Or even Super Nintendo World. A Super Nintendo World hotel would be so much fun.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine that? That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. I'm barely starting to get into Universal and really starting to begin to appreciate it. It's so good. I just feel like the past couple years, Universal's really they're here to play, dude. And It's really exciting.
And they're really honing in on this international IP. Everything that their biggest IPs are everywhere. They translate everywhere.
Bringing up Bingham's. Hi, y'all. Literally just pulled in from our big Disneyland trip over the last 5 days. Wow, they've got some work to do, but we still have a blast regardless. Dude, Disney's always fun. And every theme park has some work to do and operational concerns and things that could be better. But it's still fun nonetheless. It's still fun. I mean, even during the peak of COVID when the parks, we couldn't really eat, we couldn't do anything, we couldn't ride indoor rides, still had fun.
We haven't been there for a while, but everyone's photos is just showing it's Wall World. WALL-E is the new the new stand-in IP right now. All of Avengers Adventureland and all of that's behind walls right now.
Yeah. Wall World.
WALL-E.
Dank Pods. Super Nintendo World looks amazing.
It is. It really is.
Come see me in Vegas, y'all, for Universal.
Let's go.
We will.
Like that idea.
Abby, hit the like button if you haven't yet. Yeah, you guys, we have 102 people in here, 95 likes, so hit the like button.
Let's get there.
If you can.
Let's get to 100 likes right now. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is a good one.
Just came across your channel, going to binge a few of your videos.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
That's so fun.
Thank you so much, Travels Free, for being here. I love that. We'll get random comments on our channel from videos from 2 years ago, and they'll be like, I'm binging this, and it's so funny to think about the progression and the different types of editing. We were just talking about this the other day, looking back to our old videos. So we hope you like all of our videos, and leave some comments and let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys think. Thank you so much.
With Mattel building their first kid-focused theme park in Arizona and now Universal building one in Texas, what are your thoughts on these mini kid-friendly parks popping up? First off, I'm sorry. I've been to Arizona more times than I can count. Nick grew up in Ahwatukee. The thought of a theme park in Arizona, is it indoors? Because I will literally fry to death. Do you know how hot it is in Arizona? Oof. But that's not what you asked. What are your thoughts?
On the mini lands popping up, mini parks.
I think they're cool. I mean, we're not parents, so it's I would never go to an Arizona theme park unless
you lived in Arizona.
I lived in Arizona, but I think it's cool, and the more stuff there is to do for families, the better. I think it's cool.
You know what? Normally I would have said the same thing, but I watched the Nintendo park. I believe it's in New York or New Jersey, and it's 100% indoors. It's micro size, and it has a bunch of
Nickelodeon.
Oh, Nickelodeon. That's right.
Yeah.
And it's indoors, and it looks awesome.
It's so funny. Kevin Heimbach went. I don't know if you guys follow.
Shout out Kevin Heimbach.
Shout out Kevin. And he went, and I messaged him. I was like, Nick and I have been dying to go there. And he's like, it is the craziest thing I've ever seen. He's like, it doesn't even seem safe.
I love that.
Oh my God.
My middle name is Danger.
Danger.
I think it's a cool idea. The hardest thing I think that for those micro parks that you're going to see is it's so easy to compare. They're going to be it's not the same size as Universal Studios Hollywood. Why'd they make that? But it's not supposed to be that way. It's a kid-friendly park. It's to offer stuff for the community of Texas. I get it. I think it's a win-win.
Yeah, no, for sure. Theme parks and horror stuff. I don't see it having a replay value in Vegas if it's going to be a one-time thing unless they update the haunt every year.
That's exactly it.
That's going to be the thing because a lot of Walking Dead attraction overstayed its welcome. They need to keep it fresh. And I know budget-wise it's hard to do, but I agree. If you want the return value, you need to divvy it up. And I hope that they do that for Vegas.
And I love the idea. I think that there's obviously a margin there for horror year-round, totally. But is the average person who's going to Las Vegas wanting to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just something There's someone way smarter that's obviously figured this out there. I guarantee it.
Halloween 365 days. Hey guys, Boo, it's Judy. What's up, Boo? It's Judy.
It's Judy.
Different YouTube name now. Super excited for that horror attraction in Vegas. It's also going to be a bar and lounge. That's what I was just like, dude, like that sounds fun. Like I want to get all of our friends and I want to go to Vegas. And the first day in Vegas, I want to drink margaritas in the lazy river. And then the second day, I want all of us to pop off at the Halloween Horror Nights thing. And I think that'd be fun. And the fact that there's drinks and lounges, like that's really cool.
So hopefully we're going to see specialty drinks that come into that lounge. All that seems like it's be a cohesive thing.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
You're underestimating the experiences Universal can pull out for Vegas. It's going to be so much bigger than a Horror Nights house. I think you're right. That's what I think too. Like, Nick seems to be under the assumption that it's going to be this tiny little thing. And like, I think it's going to be like bowling, like big.
I think that it is. But like what I'm saying is like, the idea of taking your Orlando icons and putting them over there, like, I feel like it's such a mom and pop thing with the icons there, even like coming from Hollywood and being part of it. Like, I know who Jack is, but I don't really understand the significance. But people from Orlando, like, that's their jam. And I have a hard time people who are coming in, maybe they don't even care, coming into Vegas and be like, this is Jack. Like, I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to go through these comments, then we're going to start on our new stuff. Kidder, where are all the cool hate from Super Nintendo World and Universal Osaka? I just watched Patrick's video and was sad we didn't have any of the cool hats. Oh, hats. Yeah, I remember, unless like I made this up, when like 6 months ago when Universal Studios merch dropped, we had a bunch of really cool hats and I slept on getting any of them and now they're not available. So I hope that like with due time we get more merch.
I talked to someone that was working. They haven't received like nearly any of their opening day stuff yet, so be on the lookout for that to change.
Secret Life of Pets had a little bobblehead. I did not get one of those and didn't know that. But
really?
Okay, we missed out on it.
I know. I didn't know it was the opening day. I know it was like a pass holder appreciation thing. I did miss it.
Yeah, because we wrote it so much during the food festival that we didn't even go opening day, so that makes sense.
Dang it.
What are your honest opinions on Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge since feedback on the attraction is mixed?
Cool. That's actually a really great question.
It was jarring how slow it was, but once you put on the AR headset, it makes sense. But it's not an attraction that you ride once and you offer an opinion. It's an attraction that you ride 4 to 5 times. I've only been on it once, and I wanted to see the set design because that's where my interest lies. But I had these things in my face, and you can see in the video, I'm like all confused. But I think it's great. It looks expensive. It feels expensive. But the line queue has my heart. That line queue, oh my God, it's amazing. Yeah,
it's all the experience. It's kind of like Rise and the Resistance in the sense that like once you're stepping in line, it's part of the attraction. It's kind of building up the storyline. You may not be detained by stormtroopers, but it has this feeling of like you're taking in all this information before you get on your cart. As far as the ride experience, I thought it was really nice. I was kind of skeptical on the fact of having augmented reality in a ride, especially at Universal Studios Hollywood, where when they've done like, I don't know, any type of like 3D, whether it was on Journey, whatever, what is that ride called? Forbidden Journey.
Yeah.
Any type of 3D there just gets me sick. And I felt like the augmented reality was super clean.
Yeah.
The set pieces were really nice. And then as I got my power-up band, your power-up band actually links to your vehicle. So you start like having achievements. And when I went through, it was like, you had shot this person or earned this or got the Universal Cup. So the re-rideability of that ride, the further you get down the wormhole of Super Nintendo, is extraordinary. Like, I think it's so fun.
Yeah, I think it's really, really fun. Like, I've only been on it once, so Nick's been on it 4 times. Like, I can't wait to go back. And I didn't even know the power-up band did anything with the steering wheel. Like, I was so lost. So, but I liked it. I really liked it. It's awesome.
It's really fun. I enjoyed it.
Hey, Nick and Ashley, did you guys get a chance to watch The Last of Us premiere yesterday? Do not judge me. I don't even know what that is. I
haven't seen it
all
yet.
Over Twitter.
Yeah, me too. Not Twitter, but just internet.
I don't know what that is. I know it's with Pedro Pascal. I don't know.
Connor, we're like the worst right now. We're going to do some research, and by next week, we're going to watch the first of it.
Yeah, we'll watch it. What is it about? I don't even know what it sounds like it's sad. But yeah. Okay. I've been going more to Universal Studios than Disneyland with the ticket prices.
That's the other thing is like the ticket price right now on it. And the parking, there's all these benefits.
Well, so lastly, and then we'll get into our news segments. We have the Platinum Pass, and we barely have any blackout dates. We have free parking. We have free express after 3 p.m. And we have a free Horror Nights ticket, and it's $650 a year. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. Let's see. Okay, cool. Let's get... A lot of these questions have to do with what we're going to start talking about, so.
Let's do it.
Cool. I'm an Arizona parent, and I can't wait to have something closer for the... Yeah. No, it's going to be really cool, especially that it's, like, more focused on kids. I'm just, like, worried about the heat factor, but I would imagine people in Arizona are used to it. Like, when you lived in Arizona, were you used to the death heat?
100%.
Okay.
And now that I moved here, I'm such a wuss. I used to, like, get up and, like, do everything in the sun, and I'm like,
What's worth staying near Universal if we want to visit the park? Or would you guys recommend staying somewhere closer to Disney if we're trying to hit that part 2 on the trip? So the thing that's tough, that a lot of my friends that aren't from California, a lot of people think that Universal and Disney are close.
I mean, geographically, they are. It's just like... Traffic-wise.
I don't know what your budget is or how many days, but I think it's beneficial to stay in a hotel in LA for your Universal days, and then for the next part of your trip, stay in Anaheim. But staying in between, you're going to hit traffic on both ends. So if time and budget allots for it, do that. Stay up here for Universal, then stay nearby. We always recommend the Hojo in Anaheim. It's an 8-minute timed walk, which we've done in our Hojo video, to the park. And if any of you guys want to stay at Hojo, we have a discount code and a link, so hit us up in the DMs. But we love the Hojo. The rooms are renovated, and it's so close to the park. And then up here, the Sheraton Universal is really, really nice. Like, it's really nice. There's nice restaurants, and you can walk to Universal.
And we're also, like, right next to Hollywood as well. So, like, if you're renting a car, that's the easiest way to kind of get in there, staying in Hollywood and doing that. And if you're not afraid to use public transit here, the Metro literally stops right in front of Universal, and you're able to take the tram up. And it used to be if you had your Universal ticket, it was free, so.
Yeah, and you have, like, a lot of boutique hotels in the area, but Naomi, if you want, like, just DM me. If you have any questions, like, just message me. And I can let you know because we're in the valley, so.
We got you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Do you want to start the...
Yeah, so let's kind of get into our first little topic. We were kind of... Actually, you know what time it is, Ash?
Oh!
Ashley's Pick of the Week.
Okay, my pick of the week this week is Where Jamie Goes on TikTok. I wanted to highlight this creator because as Mouse Vibes takes a direction into more travel content, hence more Europe videos to come from our trip, Where Jamie Goes is a content creator that I really, really enjoy her stuff. She showcases a lot of really cool bars and, you know, random restaurants and like off the beaten path type of places in LA and Orange County that I never even knew of.
No, she's a wealth of knowledge. She knows, like, the best spots. I go to, like, the same 5 places in every city. So go follow her on Instagram and TikTok. She's a great follow. Yeah, she is really, really awesome. And she just does, like, a lot of travel content right here where all of us live, but we don't really, like, see all of this stuff in our backyard. So it's at Where Jamie Goes on TikTok. She's a really good follow. Yeah, and I actually have a video as well we can show. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Oh.
Awesome.
Like, what? I want to go there because of that TikTok, and I think we're making plans to go there.
We are.
Yeah, it's like, there's so much. When Nick and I got back from Europe, we were like, there's so much stuff right here that we don't do, and we want to explore. So go follow her on TikTok.
Super stoked. I see that we're seeing a lot of stuff within Universal about the HHN. So let's kind of just go into that, and we'll cycle back into Universal Studios Hollywood questions for Super Nintendo World.
Okay. Okay, so just announced we're bringing an entirely new year-round horror experience to you, Las Vegas. And right in the front, you can see Jack the Clown, which is the icon of Halloween Horror Nights Orlando.
So cool.
It's so cool. I think I saw Peter's comment saying the Space of Las Vegas HHN experience is about 4 to 5 mazes in square footage. So that's an experience. And I would assume maybe now knowing that, the experience as a whole would be maybe a $50 price point, and maybe you get a token for a drink or a Diet Coke or something. What do you think?
I think it's going to hit that $100 price point. I really do.
Oh, okay.
I feel like personally, if you're going to have scare actors, 4 to 5 mazes, how many scare actors are in a house or a maze, rather?
You're right.
I just feel like you want to be able to offer that top-notch thing. I also don't want to spend $50 at a place and I'm underwhelmed. I'd much rather spend a little bit more money.
Yeah.
I know not everyone's in that boat, but to get that full experience.
I mean, here's the thing. For any of you guys that have or even haven't been to Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights Orlando, the budget that they have, the immersiveness of it, and how cult-like it is out there, there's no doubt in my mind that Universal's going to crush it. They take this so freaking seriously. So yeah, it might be more expensive, which I'm fine with paying a little bit more to have it be cooler, you know?
Especially if there's a bar and a lounge before, probably need some security in there as well. It's going to get a little rowdy.
Yeah.
Here we go from Kidder.
Bachelor parties and convention business in Las Vegas should do well with the horror theme. A lot of people visit Vegas and don't go to Orlando.
That's a good point.
Yeah, for sure.
That's totally cool. Did you see that? Let's hit this one from Peter as well. He's right around that same topic.
What if Las Vegas got some of the best mazes from Hollywood and Orlando and kept them for the rest of the year? They made all the sets and costumes. We'll just have to ship them. Fish. What's the best one?
Dead Man's Wharf.
Dead Man's Wharf. If that was a year-round one, oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
I agree with that. It's just, I don't know. I just look at it, the headset of going to these haunts. It's the first year I went, I felt so useless. Everyone's like, oh, you don't know about this. 5 years ago, they had this and this and this, and went on this whole lore. And I was just I have no idea about any of this stuff. I'm just here to have a good time.
Okay, let's see.
I hope people can go in there and just enjoy it. I really do.
What up, Theme Park Duo? Yeah.
What's up, Gabe and Nikki? Thank you for being here.
Fabiola, Vegas experiences are 50 plus guaranteed. So maybe 75 to 100, like Nick was saying. And then with that, you get 4 to 5 mazes. You get a drink token or whatever, what have you. Or you just go into those 5 mazes and you exit. But that makes sense. I haven't been to Vegas since before the pandemic. So I don't really remember what the prices are, but I do know Vegas is really expensive.
It is. And if the square footage, is this going to be on the strip actually? Or is this something that you're going to be a little bit of away? I don't know. We'll see.
Las Vegas ain't cheap. Omega Mart, which is also in the area, 15 is $50 to $100 tickets. Okay, so I lowballed it. Sorry. Yeah, it's probably going to be expensive. Yeah. Especially since they have live actors in there as well. So
I feel like that's something you're going to see Stranger Things put in. What's something that's universally loved? Maybe one HHN icon house, but I feel like that'd be a great way to how do you bring in the average horror fan in? It's something that they know, Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A big IP.
Or to Peter's point, with Peter's luck, it'll probably be a Halloween house. Right, Peter?
Oh my God, don't even say it. Never been to Halloween Horror Nights. I live in Michigan, so it's hard, but I loved the throwback Ghostbusters theme when I saw it. Yeah, I didn't get, that was before Nick and I put on our big girl and big man pants. And
I still haven't put on my big girl panties.
Sucked it up and went to Horror Nights, but that was one that I had major FOMO. Seeing the one in Orlando and here, especially with the Slimer, kind of holograph type of thing or hologram, whatever. It looks really, really cool and I'm bummed. But yeah, I agree. Just to see what Universal Halloween Horror Nights is capable of, I'm really excited.
100%. I still am bummed I didn't go. I didn't get to put on my Proton pack.
We have a super chat from Epic Informers.
Thank you so much.
It's a lemon guy crossing his legs with his sunglasses. Thank you so much.
Shout out to Lemon guys. Oh, we need new batteries.
Oh, we do need a new battery. He's dying. Wait. Oh, we need to replace him.
That's not nice.
Meow Wolf Mega Mart is $49 to $59, so my guess is $59 to $89.
That's a good price point.
We need to go to. I don't even know what any of this is. We need to go out there and.
Meow Wolf is that thing that was in Colorado
and
and also New Mexico. It's like a trippy thing.
Oh, just up our alley.
Perfect.
Calling party of 5. Hey everyone, so excited for this new experience in Vegas. Us too.
Yeah, and Kendra, this is a great one. Top Golf can run up to $40 per person. Yeah.
Dang, I forgot how expensive Vegas is.
Top Golf is fun too.
I've never done Top Golf. I want to do it so bad.
It's so fun. I mean, people are going to pay to go and have these experiences. You're right, Kendra, and especially having that Universal branding on it makes it like official. And if they're able to like secure those IPs and those franchises for this, why not?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Here's the question though. Does that make like Las Vegas the hub for something special? Like, are they going to be the one that goes full out now?
Full out, what do you mean?
Just because like for years it was always like Orlando does it better than Hollywood. There's always these comparisons, and like we went to both last year and I was like, I really loved Hollywood, with like a new one coming out that has like a lot of attention going on to it. It's going to a new city. Or is that like where their attention goes for this year?
No, I don't think that's where their attention goes.
Cool.
Because it's not a theme park. It's like an add-on and there's no ride element to it. But I get what you're saying, but yeah. I don't think
I love that's like your point. That's why I made it my one that I need to. I'm like, they don't have rides to base off. Is that one you patted a little bit?
Yeah. Mason Gonzo, based on the image, it looks like the experience will be a mix between Stranger Things, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and other Universal monsters.
That could be.
You're right. You are absolutely right with that guess.
Stranger Things, I'm going to tell you guys right now, once that second part of the season comes out, it's going to take over the world. It's going to be in Domino commercials. It's going to happen. Like, everyone last year I felt was like, where's the Stranger Things house? Like, this is the year for it.
Yeah, well, isn't the new season, it's not the last season, right?
It's like the part 2 of the season before. Like, they only did 8 episodes.
Oh, okay, got it.
More. I don't know.
Oh my God, we're the worst. I feel like it might have escape room vibes for Vegas. I've never done an escape. Oh no, we did that one at the Hulu and I sucked so bad.
What are you talking about? We got out of there?
Because everybody did the riddles and I just sat in the back all insecure.
Rule number 2 for doing escape room, get a good partner.
Sports sidebar, it's official Cowboys Niners next weekend in the divisional.
I love that.
Oh, I was like, what?
I love that.
Yeah, Jimmy G! Is Jimmy G playing right now?
He is not.
Oh, dang it.
It's just fun for you. Say it one more time for everyone.
Yeah, Jimmy G! Jimmy G! Say it.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G! Ah.
All right, here we go from Kidder.
I feel like Vegas would get the stuff after Orlando and Hollywood does HHN in the fall. I think so too.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
And then this one, Universal is doing a big push with Universal Monsters with the rumored land in Epic Universe. So I think it'd be fair that they will be there.
I think so too. It could be a promotional tool for when Epic Universe opens and get like a little sneak a peeky, you know?
See, I love the idea of Epic Universe getting like a land dedicated to it, but I'm like, Universal Studios Hollywood, they actually film those movies on the back lot and there's nothing. They're like, let's go buy this. They're like, what was filmed here? They're like, The Good Place. I'm like, what? Open a land down there, man.
Oh my gosh.
I love Kristen Bell, but come on. Here we go.
The cost of a 2-hour Vegas show runs from $80 to $300, so a HHN experience makes sense. Yeah. This is going to be cool. I'm really excited for it.
That's so cool. All right, let's like kind of push to the other direction. Let's talk a little bit about Universal Studios and what they're doing in Texas.
Okay, so their Universal Parks and Resort plans to bring a new concept for families with young children to Frisco, Texas. Those are pretty much the only details that we have on this right now. And we touched on it a bit earlier, but this is going to be for the kiddos and the families. It's going to be less thrill. You're not going to have the Velocicoasters here or the Jurassic World animatronics. It's going to be for families and kids, which is really, really cool that Universal is investing an entire theme park for that.
I think it's really smart. Honestly, like, if you look at it from the scope of just this theme park, you're like, that's kind of a weird investment, something small. But you look at it while they're doing Epic Universe, while they're doing this thing in Las Vegas, and it really shows like the footprint of Universal trying to really expand their brand.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really smart.
I think so too, because I feel like a lot of people think like, at least like a lot of my friends with kids always ask me, they're like, is Universal Studios Hollywood, like, can my kids ride everything? And like, your kids can ride stuff, but like, there's a lot of thrill and scary factors to our park here. And even at Universal Studios Florida, the fact that they're gonna bring an immersive land for children to experience is gonna be really neat.
It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting as well to see like what IP they put in there. Like, is it more Illuminations? Is it DreamWorks? Like, what falls under that umbrella?
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully, that's stuff that we see in other theme parks.
Yeah.
Here we go from Andrew.
Imagine if Zach Baggins gets involved with HHN Las Vegas. Dude, I want to go to Zach Baggins' little museum, but I'm scared. Like, I feel like I'd be really scared.
I wonder if it was like Universal Financial like ran the figures on how much Zach is making. Like, we got to get into this scary market.
Like, we need a part of this now.
I wonder how much of that. Jaden Sonic's channel, what's up, man? Thank you for being here.
What up? Thank you.
Appreciate you. Here we go from Abby.
What characters are we expecting to see at this Texas park? They haven't confirmed, but I would imagine it's going to be a lot of DreamWorks characters and a lot of Illumination characters. I would assume it's going to be heavy on the Minions. Kids love that. Trolls.
Do we get a Shrek swamp in Texas? No?
We might.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how it works out. Exploring Attractions is here. What's up, man?
What up, Scott? Thanks for being here.
Appreciate it.
Also, if you guys are not subscribed to Exploring Attractions, he's on the path to 10K. I don't know how. You're really, really close, so go subscribe to him. He gives great updates on a lot of theme parks, not just SoCal theme parks. So definitely give him a subscribe.
Yeah, all Universal stuff, Halloween Horror Night stuff. Go check him out.
Yeah.
Here we go from Mason.
The Texas park looks like it would include DreamWorks, Elmo and Friends, Seuss Landing, and the left back corner it looks like calmer Jurassic Park. My guess based on the image. No, I think you are definitely right.
I wonder if that's going to be like for the TV show that they have, the animated show for Jurassic Park. I don't know. There's some animated show on Netflix. That could be. Here we go from the Lost Boys and Girls.
From the look of the concept art, it looks to be more of a DreamWorks family park with lands based on their movie series like Shrek, Trolls, How to Train Your Dragon, and Camp Cretaceous.
That's it. Boom. I know you guys would get it.
Like,
I think you really just nailed it on all of that.
Yeah, you guys are crushing it.
From Jaden Sonic channel.
Things are needed for young kids, family speaking from experience. When I've been to parks with my kids when they were young, my kids got upset they could not ride due to height restrictions. I've seen so much of that. I've seen so many times kids can't ride with their parents, or then, their parents don't get to do this, whatever. Like, the fact that this is family-friendly centric and it's an attraction for everyone, I think that's great. Like, I agree. I don't have kids, but I would imagine, you know what I mean?
100%. I've seen that too at Universal Orlando, where like, especially at Islands of Adventure, where like there's all these new attractions and not a lot of them are for kids.
That's how I feel when I can't ride that pterodactyl thing. I'm like, whose child can I borrow so I can fly in the air with the pterodactyls?
Yeah, you're gonna have to like borrow kids. You can't do that. This is a good one from Peter. It says, Disney Dish noted that Disney has a huge decline in polls from older middle American people, mostly due to politics, and young families due to cost. Universal's targeting those groups with this. That's interesting. I mean, that makes sense. If you're seeing one person evade that space, fill it in.
Dude, I saw on TikTok a lady pricing out her family of 4 with 2 young kids to Disney World, and it was like 10 G's. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So if Universal can do a family-friendly park in Frisco, Texas, and I would imagine the hotel stays would be on the cheaper end, the flights would be on the cheaper end, I'm all for it. Like, it's like, the economy is crazy, inflation is real, everything's expensive, and if Universal is targeting that, that's super, super smart. Because not, like, let's be real, like, a lot of people cannot afford Disney. It's really, really expensive.
And you're looking at a state like Texas, too, which is massive, and you're going to have to go to either the coast. You're either going to Florida to get that fill, or you're going to California. Okay. Makes sense.
From my understanding, it's going to be all DreamWorks.
There's a lot there to fill in. I'm just like, I don't know. Do kids know what Madagascar is?
I think kids know what Madagascar is.
I hope so, because I like to move it, too.
Stupid. Elger 50. I think I'm late. Are you still talking about Super Nintendo World? I see you're talking about the new parks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all over the place kind of. But the first hour was about that. But we'll probably talk about it.
If you have any questions for Super Nintendo, we'll throw them in because we'll like loop back in there in a second.
Kidder, 8 million people live in the Dallas area and 30 million in Texas. Smart investment in a small family-friendly park. Legoland, California gets 1 to 2 million attendance a year, so gotta imagine similar. No, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And like, Nick and I don't think about that as much just because we don't have children, but like, Legoland's poppin'. All my friends with kids have brought their kids down to Legoland and they said it is so much fun.
Yeah, and there's like even a draw there for like adults. Like, they have craft beers there and like different beers that you can get. And really, like, I have a dad friend who goes there just specifically to try drinks, like kids playing with Legos.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's something for all ages there.
Yeah.
Here we go from Coolio AM.
My parents are paying for a Disney trip next month. Our family has 8 people in it. I don't even want to ask how much it costs every time we go. Woof! It's a big family.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
But the memories,
Mm-hmm.
when we booked Europe, I was panicking about the price. And then my mom talked me off the ledge. And my mom was like, money comes and goes. Time and experiences don't. Go to Europe. And I was like, you're right.
I thought you were going to say, but legends are forever.
But legends are forever! But it's like, build these memories. Like, go do it. Like, we're not getting any younger. Anything can happen. That sounds so... I wish I had a big enough family that would do Disney trips, but I don't. It makes me sad. Fortnite and Universal are going to do a collab. I saw the Super Nintendo World and Fortnite Creative should release it on February 17th.
Interesting. That's so cool. That's really cool, actually.
I worked at Legoland and confirmed it gets packed. Yeah, I've never been, but I heard it gets crazy down there.
What is this one here about Knott's Berry Farm?
Which one? Knott's Berry Farm also is a great option if you can afford Disneyland and they have camp. Dude, Knott's Berry Farm, like, their tickets are decently priced. Their season passes are decently priced. Their food is up there with Disney and Universal. I'm not going to lie, their food, but they have the dining plan. Like, again, yeah, Camp Snoopy for kids. Like, Knott's Berry Farm, I grew up poor. My parents could not afford Disneyland. I went to Disneyland once a year with my grandma who paid for it. Shout out Grandma. My Knott's Berry Farm was my home park. I went there all the time, and you're absolutely right. And it's so much fun, and the Peanuts characters are legends.
And they have, like, so much to celebrate. 50 years of Knott's Scary Farm this year, and then they have 10 festivals throughout the whole year. So go experience Knott's Berry Farm.
Wait, Legoland has craft beer?
Yes, they do. Let's go.
You guys should...
We should
be
go.
like, 2 bros go to Legoland and do a video.
Yeah, they have St. Archer. They have all, like, the San Diego craft beers.
I love my job, but I know I wouldn't be able to afford having a magic key. But luckily I live with my parents, so I'm able to get one, and shout out to monthly payments. Yeah, it's expensive. It is
100%.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Don't you remember like 10 years ago it was like $100 for the whole year, and you can go in and like there wasn't anyone there and stuff?
So crazy.
So crazy.
Knott's Berry Farm is awesome.
It is.
To be honest, we did the Grand Magic Bands Genie Plus Park Hoppers for 4 days for 4 people, and we were about $10K all in. But seeing my babies light up meeting Mickey and Spike,
100%.
And it's not like you guys are doing 10K every month. It's like your big, same thing like when Nick and I go to Walt Disney World. Nick and I go usually 1 time a year to Walt Disney World. We're not season pass holders because we can't, because they don't offer it. And it's expensive. And when we go, it is expensive. It's like 6 G's to go. It's a lot. So I feel you between Genie Plus, Park Hoppers. Like the Park Hopper tickets alone are insane. And then if you want to stay on property, the food while you're there. And then you guys know we love to have some drinks at Epcot. That's $18 a drink. It's like, it adds up, but it's memories. It's like, I have so many memories with Nick and our friends on our trip with Danny, Peter, and Kitcher. Like so many memories that it's like, again, in the words of my mom, Roxanne, money comes and goes. Time and experiences don't. Do it.
100%.
YOLO!
That's so cool.
I'd love a Legoland video, honestly. You know what's funny? They invited us out for their Halloween event, but we were out of town, and like we should go down there. I just like
I would love to.
We were like worried, like, is it weird if like Nick and I go and we don't have kids? But like, if it's something you guys would like to see, we can definitely pop down there.
And I love the Lego movies. Lego movies, Batman Lego, all that stuff is really fun. Like, there's enough there. Here we go. Are you going to be at Disneyland on January 29th of last year? We were not there last year. But this year, we will not be there as well.
We won't be there. We'll be at the Super Nintendo World AP thingy.
We'll be at Disneyland for the opening day of Disney 100, though, on the 27th.
Yeah.
So we're stoked on that. And we're also going to be there next Friday for the opening day of Lunar New Year. So if you're there at the parks, come say hello.
I want to go to Legoland out of curiosity. Just seeing their displayed set seems fun enough. Yeah.
Totally.
I'm like, maybe we should go to. We could make that a summer thing.
Okay, everyone get your ticket for Legoland. We'll all go together. That'll be the best.
Legoland also opened up that Peppa Pig park aimed at Peppa Pig Park.
Peppa Pig!
Peppa Pig! Very small children. Apparently it's doing pretty good. I mean, if they opened up a Bluey theme park, that would
What?
You don't know what Bluey is?
No.
Are you serious? Bluey is like the new Barney for kids. It's like the new Blue's Clues. Like everybody loves Bluey. Like kids lose their minds for Bluey.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bluey.
I think, yeah. Legoland was fun. Don't forget the famous Granny's apple fried.
Ooh,
Woo!
I like that.
I live 10 minutes away from Legoland, but haven't been since I was 10. Yeah.
Oh, really? We gotta go.
Exactly. This was my big birthday. We sold our house trip.
Hey, congratulations on that, by the way. Treat
Congrats.
yourself.
And seeing your baby, I like literally, whenever I see TikToks of little kids meeting Mickey, Minnie, Spider-Man, like I just like tears. I get it. Like YOLO, whatever. Do it. Do it. Yeah.
I know it's too, like, you're like, oh, for the kids as well. It's so much for the parents as well. My parents still talk about the first times they took me to Disneyland. Like, still.
Oh my gosh.
They're like, don't you remember when you did this? I'm like, no, I was like pretty small.
I have specific Disneyland memories with my family.
Oh, that's so cool.
And Universal. I want to go to Legoland, but I've been told by multiple people that going to the one in San Diego without kids, everyone looks at you like you're a weirdo. That's what I'm worried about, because like we've gotten invited and I'm like, ugh, are we gonna look weird? So I don't know.
I'm used to that.
Or like if we're like having a craft beer and we don't have any kids and there's kids walking around, I don't want to look like a freak.
I'm alright with that. We went to the Louvre and I had a 9-foot pole. Actually, that was the most like fish out of water experience.
That was funny.
They're like, what is this person doing?
Disney owns Bluey. They have that in their back pocket. Of course they own Bluey.
How many back pockets do they have?
Of course they own Bluey. I'm an adult and I think Bluey's great. I can definitely see that being huge, but Disney owns Bluey. Okay, I didn't know that Disney owned Bluey. Drew.
They own everything.
My son loves Bluey, and if they had a theme park, we would be there. Yeah,
Aww,
like
I gotta get on that.
One of my best friends has a 3-year-old daughter, and she got to meet Bluey at some concert, and like it was like I've never seen a child, like literally her smile was so big she was about to combust. Like she was so excited. So I didn't know that Disney owned Bluey though.
It's this one, yeah, right there above it.
Have you heard any rumors about Fast and Furious drifting roller coaster on top floor of Universal? Yeah, so, you know, the Animal Actors show just had its last run. If you guys want to see the last showing, check out Ordinary Adventures. They did a video from it. Mm-hmm. The special effects show is done, and the Production Central store is going by any second now. Is it confirmed that there's a Fast and the Furious roller coaster? No, but obviously, if they're closing all of that and we have the concept art, the proof is in the pudding, they're putting something there and it's going to be really cool.
100%. I feel like we saw, permits come out a few months ago. There's been a big rumor about these stores closing and the shows closing. They actually officially did the last one. Today was Production Central, the store in between. I'm going to believe the rumors. I want to jump on that hype train and hope that we're going to get a Fast and the Furious coaster here.
The next 5 years at Universal Studios Hollywood is going to be bananas. It's going to be jaw-dropping bananas craziness.
And if there's like one place right now that could take an existing place and drop a roller coaster in 11 months, it's Universal. They did it with Velocicoaster. Like, if you look at the footprint for Velocicoaster, like, there's no way they're going to fit a coaster in there. And they did it and built it in front of everyone, and it is awesome.
Alyssa, what are you guys looking most forward to about the Lunar New Year celebration?
That's a great question. Do you know what I'm looking forward to?
What? I'm looking forward to, my friends that are Asian being celebrated. I feel like the Asian community, specifically with Disney, doesn't get celebrated all that much, and I'm very excited. Like, the food is good. I'm friends with, so many wonderful friends that are part of the Asian community, and seeing them light up and bask in it, that Disney's celebrating them, it's beautiful. I'm excited for the merch. I'm excited for the food. I'm excited for the processional. I'm excited for all of it. And it's just a really fun time. And it's fun for us, I'm white, learn about different cultures too, and seeing how it's celebrated. It's really fun.
My favorite thing I'm most stoked for, not only is a processional, but to see my friend Charlton and hear him scream when the processional goes by. He's going to go, yo! And the cool thing about it is hopefully it goes both ways, so I get it twice.
Yeah, Can't
wait to see Charlton.
Lunar New Year is so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't know if any of you guys saw, I am a quarter Indonesian, but you can't tell.
What? Okay.
Bluey, LOL. Who knows Blippi? I don't know who Blippi is. I just know Bluey.
Bluey.
But I just know it's so big.
Mm-hmm. Here we go from Peter.
Bluey is so big that episodes have been watched on streaming over 500 million times. It's insanely popular. Wow. That's amazing. I believe it.
I gotta get on this Bluey thing.
It's for kids and parents.
I love kids.
Why don't you listen to Bluey on the way to Legoland with Kidder?
Kidder, are you ready for that?
Oh my god.
It's gonna be an experience.
Do you think Donkey Kong expansion will come to Hollywood?
I'm jumping on all these bandwagon things. Yes, I do. I just really want them to, is more than anything. But I feel like when you have an IP like that, Donkey Kong, I feel like, is the most second popular, right after Mario Brothers as far as Super Nintendo, right? Mm-hmm. We have what is the station that we have here? Super Nintendo something?
I don't know.
But the two games that are loaded on it, Mario Kart and Donkey Kong.
Oh, I know. We have, my mom got us for Christmas a couple years ago. It's like the updated Super Nintendo player, and it has like 10 to 15 games on it. And I've been stuck on this Donkey Kong level for 2 years, and I can't pass it. So again, I quit last night. It was really hard, and I can't get it. But
it's so fun. I feel like that's going to be the obvious expansion. The ride feels like it'd be an obvious fit for it too.
Couldn't agree with you more, Mousevibes. Events like Lunar New Year and Celebrate Soulfully are great on bringing inclusion in the park. Yeah, I just think like so much more inclusion needs to be here at Disney, at Universal, at Knott's, all of it. And that's my favorite thing about Lunar New Year. I think it's great. So I'm really excited for it.
It's the best. It's so much fun. And it's the year of the rabbit, guys. We have to figure out all our favorite rabbit characters. Yeah. All right, let's go into a little bit of Disney. What do you want to talk about, Super Nintendo World? Are you good on that?
I'm good.
Okay, let's go into Disneyland. Let's talk about this for the Disney 100 celebration.
Okay, so you guys, if you didn't know, Disneyland guests receive complimentary digital downloads of on-ride photos during Disney 100 Years of Wonder celebration. So whether you're a Magic Key holder or you are a one-day whatever park hopper ticket person, you get all of your Disney 100 digital downloads on Cars, on Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever rides have photo op on it, you get it for free within your app.
I love this. This is like an easy way to get guaranteed value within your ticket, to have these like footprints, something that usually costs a little bit of money, and you have it go right to your app. You're getting people on the app feeling more comfortable with it. I feel it's a win-win.
Yeah, I feel like that's a really big thing. PhotoPass is very, very expensive, and, it stinks because when you take a picture of the picture, it doesn't really translate that well.
Correct.
But this is something cool, and it's a nice add-on, and $120 value, if you buy the photo package?
And I wonder, too, if this is going to include, they usually do, celebratory photos, one where it's Peter Pan's shadow behind you or Mr. Toad. So I wonder if this is going to include the 100 celebration for that. I
don't think it is. When I read the fine print, I think it's only on ride photos. But I think it's only on ride. But I guess we'll see, yeah.
Either way, get on all those rides and get those photos.
Yes. And then also, if you see on the bottom left, you guys, switch between the parks begins even earlier with your Park Hopper ticket or Park Hopper reservation. You now, starting on February 4th, you get to Park Hop starting at 11 a.m. and not at 1 p.m. Disney is listening to us. Everybody's biggest issue is the park hopping rule and reservations. We're not getting rid of reservations as of yet, but now it is 2 hours earlier that you can start park hopping.
I'm just like, what is the point of the reservation at that point?
I don't know, but
I like the idea of it. It's gained value again, and something that they're adding in right away. So I'll take it. Do the PhotoPass thing though. That's really cool.
Yeah, no, it is really cool.
All right, a little bit of other Disney news that happened this week, and this one kind of caught me by surprise. And this is going to be that the French Market restaurant at Disneyland will be reimagined into Tiana's Palace.
This makes a lot of sense. I know for ease and theming wise, it makes sense to redo the French Market restaurant into Tiana's Palace. I wish that they'd get rid of Hungry Bear Restaurant and do it instead, but this makes sense. The French Market already looks themed. It's going to be a really cool transition, but I just wish that it was a Hungry Bear Restaurant.
I like this placement, honestly. It gives a little bit more. I know a lot of people are like, no, the French Market. They're still going to be serving beignets.
Yeah.
You can still get your mint julep there. It's going to be quick service as well, so they're just really putting theming into it. No word if Tiana's actually going to be in the restaurant or over there. I imagine her just kind of roaming around New Orleans Square, kind of like how she is already.
Yeah.
And really bringing that land together. But actually putting this in place that there's a restaurant now and there's the store and a ride. It's kind of making it feel like it's a whole environment for Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, I think it's going to be beautiful. And whenever I've watched Princess and the Frog, I've always been like, I wonder what it's like to eat there. And now we're going to know. And I'm more than sure Disney knows the mint julep and the beignets are the two popular draws. I'm more than sure they're still going to have that on the menu.
They 100% are.
Yeah, they're not going to rip it away from us.
It's going to be the same type of system. It's going to be quick service on the side. They're just putting a little. It specifically in the articles had that whole thing like,
Perfect.
Do not worry about these things.
Yeah,
they're not going away. The interesting thing about this is this is like random Disney news in the beginning of January. Like, was this not thought of at D23 because they announced the San Fran Tokyo area over in DCA? But like, how would you not announce that? Hey, we're gonna do a Princess and the Frog ride, and you're gonna get that restaurant. We heard you guys. This was just kind of like random news out of nowhere. And I'm like, did that just get on the budget? Or like, what happened? I was so confused by it because it seems like it would be like a no-brainer.
Well, they knew Super Nintendo World technical rehearsal was going to be this week, so they saved a lot of it. And they were like, okay, well, let's release it all this week.
I love that.
You know, let's rain on their parade.
And they got the Color Me Courtney merch that goes with it.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, here's a good one from Kidder.
They better have those massive Disney 100 archways somewhere in the parks to take photos with.
Dang.
I hope so.
What did Danny might know this one? Probably like at the hotel or something, right?
They're probably in storage and they're just waiting to take
that would
out.
be that's gonna be like the longest line for any photo if that's the case.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome now.
Do you remember when we accidentally cut the entire line and went through the 100 arches at D23?
I blame ignorance. I
And
didn't
we
know.
didn't know!
I didn't know. I was like
We're like,
literally
"Dude!"
like, I didn't know what's wrong. Sunny says Blippi even has toys at Target. Well, now you guys know. Go over to Target and get those toys.
Educated on Blippi and
Bluey.
Bluey. Blippi and Bluey.
Here we go from Alyssa.
They have more space at Hungry Bear than French Market. Yeah. It's like, I get why they're doing it at French Market because it looks more like Tiana's Palace, but like the ride's going to be right next to Hungry Bear and it's not going to make any sense to have a Hungry Bear restaurant next to a Blue Bayou Adventure, but I digress.
I wonder if that's like cemented that like Pooh isn't leaving that area. The Pooh is not leaving that corner.
Pooh's not leaving the corner, so okay.
I wonder if that like cements that like that's not happening.
I mean, the Pooh ride is popular, so it makes sense.
Here we go from the Lost Boys and Girls.
All they said about Tiana being at a restaurant is that from time to time you can see Tiana on her balcony greeting guests. Yeah, that makes sense. So same thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you want to see her in her dress or in like her work getup? Because remember, it was her dream to run this restaurant. She wears many outfits in this new land. She's going to be an adventurer. She's a princess. She's working the palace.
I think Tiana is like, she's the CEO, and I don't think she needs like get her hands dirty necessarily. So I think she's going to be around looking beautiful.
Like that.
And then she trained everybody to like cook for her, you know?
Do you think she trained him by song?
I don't know.
Trials and tribulations. I've had my share. All right, here we go for Mason.
Maybe they will add a frog meet and greet like they did with BB-8. That would be awesome.
That would be really cool.
Yes.
Here we go from Melissa. I like this one.
I will riot if they take away the beignets and I think everybody will riot. I think they will like flip over the French Market Tiana's Palace if they take it away. I don't think they will.
Yeah, people lost it when they added things to Small World. Taking away things that will lose it.
Yeah.
Here we go from Hannah.
So will the new ride retheme be a part of New Orleans Square? Does that leave Pooh? Yeah, it's going to be a part of New Orleans Square, and then Pooh's Corner and Pooh's Meet and Greet and Hungry Bear Restaurant, his little shop, are just going to be like random in the corner.
Yeah.
And then the pathway to Galaxy's Edge. And I'm sure that'll make a lot of people mad too. And they'll be like, doesn't make sense to have a bear next to the French Market. Bah, there's no bears in space. And people are going to freak out.
There's no space bears, guys. That is true. That's a proven fact. It's science.
I went to Universal and Disneyland over the holidays. Disney definitely does not need to worry about anything Universal's up to at this point.
I agree with that. I honestly do. Disney is so busy all the time now. It's just cool to see Universal get some love.
I think they're both busy. I think I'm going to disagree. I do think that Super Nintendo World has a little fire lit under Disney's booty. It's,
Ooh.
you know. I do.
Once those movies come out and they start seeing that, then the Super Nintendo World not only becomes a land, it becomes a mall.
And a big franchise. Yeah.
Of like selling stuff. So it'll be interesting. Here we go.
When do you think they will start construction on the Avengers ride at DCA? I don't think it's going to happen for 5 to 10 years. I don't want to put bad juju in the air. I just think that that's going to be the forgotten thing. I think that they're going to shut us up with new characters from Disney Plus in and out, and I just don't think that they're going to give us any more Avengers Campus for a while.
Dang.
I really don't.
I feel like I'm going to go the exact opposite and be like, that's going to be something they'll announce, a D23.
Next year?
It's already been announced twice. It'd be like a guaranteed thing. Like, Marvel's such a massive franchise. Everyone, like, they love the idea of Avengers Campus, but they're like, where's that one thing?
Yeah, for
Adding
sure.
this would be like, you'd be like the White Knight coming and be like, I made Avengers Campus perfect.
Yeah. I mean, we'll
Take that,
see.
Bob Chapek.
I hope it's sooner than later, because I love Avengers Campus and it needs more. And especially after going to Avengers Campus Paris, which you guys will see in, by the way, real quick plug, we have a Paris video coming out. We have Walt Disney Studios Park in Paris. We have an Amsterdam vlog coming out. We have how to get to Disneyland Paris. And then we have our watch this before you go to Disneyland Paris video coming out. We're sprinkling in our travel vlogs in between all of the local theme park stuff. So thank you guys for the love and support on the travel videos.
Yes.
We want to keep making those videos, and we really appreciate that you guys like them.
Yeah, we're having fun. So next week will be dedicated to Paris. So just getting to Disneyland Paris, rather. So it's a Eurostar, how we got there by train, and then the next one will be Walt Disney Studio Park. So Wednesday and Friday this week.
And you'll be able to see our full review of Avengers Campus at Disneyland Paris, which is so good.
I'm stoked for it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Brainer Bingham's. We want the work get up.
Yeah,
Me
maybe she
too.
will come out in the work get up with like beignet sugar on her forehead. You know, we'll see.
I mean, she's the one who, she's the cook. She has the skills.
Yeah, we'll see.
You can't just give people magic.
Yeah.
Can you? Here, this is a good one from Ryan. What do you guys think about the Super Mario Bros. Movie?
I think it's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Love
I
it.
literally cannot wait.
It's going to be great. The characters, the illumination tie, like, it's great. It's built for it to be an international juggernaut with the cast as well. Like, they're going all in. I'm still thinking they're going to build that thing up to be Avengers, where they're going to have the last movie or whatever they're building up to be a Super Smash Brothers movie. I really believe that. Here we go with my Alyssa.
I would love to see Tiana in her waitress outfit. Yeah, me too. I think there's so much that can be done with Tiana in that area, so it's going to be really fun.
And I like the idea, like, even though she's a princess, she gets dirty and does her thing. She's a hardworking woman. She worked hard for everything she got.
Yeah.
Here you go from that.
LOL, the new Pooh merch says it all about how popular he is. That is selling out left and right. I mean,
Yes.
people love Pooh. They love it.
I'll tell you this, too, and Yvette can contest to this. In Tokyo, Pooh is just as big as Mickey there, I feel like. Pooh is like a spectacle there. The merch is on another level. So I feel like for an international guest standpoint, it's almost like a no-brainer to have Pooh there forever.
Yeah.
Got to keep Pooh at Disneyland.
They had a stage show at the restaurant where she sings while we all eat. Oh, I wish. Oh my gosh, me too. I agree about the Hungry Bear. As much as I love Hungry Bear, there really isn't any more ties to anything in that area anymore. First we lost Country Bears and now Splash Mountain.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, it will only make sense if they keep Pooh and you just have it literally as Pooh's Corner. So
I would love if they added a big Al animatronic and he's like the host there. You just like, he's in a booth.
that would be cool.
That would be so cool.
Love all the Europe videos. Thank you. We're having so much fun releasing them.
Appreciate you.
I truly believe Universal found their Mickey with Mario.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's once people experience it, you're gonna like fall in love with the land.
I love the Mario Universal video, but I really felt for Ashley because she had to go later, and that's me every time there's something new. Yeah, you can probably like tell in my face. I was like annoyed. I was just like, because I literally was in like meetings back to back, and then since I can't focus on multiple things at once, I put my phone on silent, and then I opened it, and there was like 189 text messages. Get to Super Nintendo, get to Super Nintendo. And I was stuck in Woodland Hills at work, and I was like, ugh, this sucks. Everybody had gone on the ride. Everybody had eaten everything. Nick had gotten a power band. Everyone knew everything, and I like showed up, and I was like, cool.
And I knew not to send her any photos or videos of that.
I hope they announce an Avengers Campus expansion where they close Monsters Inc. and replace it with something Avengers that ride doesn't make. No, oh my God, Jennifer, bulldoze everything in between, including my beloved Hollywood Lounge, and make all of that an extension of Avengers Campus. All of it.
I love that thought, but they just I feel like I'm like the person that puts a burden on everything. They just like invested money into like redoing the facade for Monsters Inc. and then redoing the facade for Hollywood Lounge. Well, neither of those are like a permanent fix. It like lets me know like that's going to be there for at least a couple of years. So I feel like the Disney Forward thing is the real big thing of like what is going to be sectioned off for theme park and what is not.
Super curious if the riverboat is still in the finale of the new Tiana ride. The restaurant is the culmination of her dreams, not a boat to wave from. So very interested how it's redeshed. I think that this ride is going to be super interesting, and I think Disney knows that like people they're expecting big things. So yeah. I don't know. That's a great question.
That is a good question. I know like what is like the basis of the ride? Like you're on a mission to get an ingredient or stop something because there's like a water tower. I got explained to me in our D23 video.
I don't remember. But I know it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Heifer just got back from Super Nintendo World. It is awesome. Effortlessly charming, more so than anything Disney has ever done. Ooh. It pains me to say it, but I'm not convinced they can do something so charming.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say that they can't do it. I think this is like the push they needed. The same thing I'll say with the Wizarding World. If like Universal doesn't do the Wizarding World as a live-in land from the movie, I don't think we get Galaxy's Edge the way it is. I really don't. So hopefully this is like more to come and stuff that we'll see integrated maybe in Avengers Campus. Like I really feel like if they can figure out the Disneyland app and make it more functional the way that Universal is in this, like take the base thing and just try to make that as streamlined as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ploink, hype for San Francisco. It's so funny on Twitter, people, never in my life as a Disney fan have I heard a single person say, I love Fisherman's Wharf at DCA. Never. And then this week on Twitter with them saying that we're going to officially break ground on San Francisco, everybody's losing it. It's like, I don't get it. It's just a food court, but like, I don't want to crap on people's hopes and dreams, but like, this is so cool. Like, let's be real. Disney kind of let the Fisherman's Wharf go. It's just been this like random food court with random food and like the bread bowls and stuff, but like, this is an opportunity to make it something poppin'.
The cool thing about it being Sanford and Yokio as well is like you could still do bread bowls and Ghirardelli's chocolate for San Francisco and no one's going to bat an eye.
Yeah.
Like your two favorite things is still fits into the universe. If you can add Baymax and a couple other characters and it becomes a hub for Lunar New Year or something, please. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, no,
that sounds
sure.
great. I can't wait for that. I think it's... So one thing I loved, I wish we had more of is like more Big Hero 6. I love that movie. It's so underappreciated. Here we go for Mason Ash.
I think we can expect some high-tech animatronics like in Beauty and the Beast. I think so too. I don't think the Tiana ride is going to have the awful projections that Frozen Ever After has. I think it's going to be a full-blown face.
You do?
No, it's not.
Oh, I thought it was totally going to be like Frozen Ever After.
No. I think it's going to be like Beauty and the Beast where it's a full face.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that. If we can get Lewis as an animatronic, that's the other one I'm really looking forward to.
Amazing.
That would be so cool. Here we go from the Lost Boys and Girls.
Most likely the riverboat will be staying, just the characters will be swapped out. We made a virtual ride that gives a possibility of what it can be like.
I love that virtual ride through, by the way. You guys
awesome.
did a great job on that. Here we go from Coolio AM. I love saying Coolio AM.
Sorry, guys. I think a huge underrated part of what makes Super Nintendo World so charming is the music. The music added with the color and overall energy is awesome. Yeah, because it's just like the video game. Like, I agree. I think it's amazing.
I will say it feels a little bit like being on a casino floor at Super Nintendo World. There's so much audible noise and it's just a lot to take in. So if you have like sensory issues, it might be a lot. Like there's a lot going on. I
have sensory issues, and you can tell in the video. Like I was trying to talk, and I kept hearing ding, ding, ding. But it's because I was vlogging. But it was a lot for me. Like I think I might have to wear earplugs because too much noise, I get overstimulated. But it's awesome. Like everything you said is right.
Totally.
Yvette. Big Hero 6 again and the new Baymax. I rewatched Big Hero 6 again and the new Baymax series again on Disney Plus. I'm so ready for San Francisco and the remodel. People don't get how Boudin's fits in because they don't know the movie or the show. I agree. Like, I don't think this is going to be some dramatic change. I think it's just going to up the ante of that area.
It's plugging in IP and merchandise into something that we don't have at DC. It's going to fit in perfect. I can't wait for it. You're so right on that event.
Meet the Robinsons is also very underrated.
Yes.
Oh, you're right.
I feel like the two movies people don't ever talk about from that time period is Meet the Robinson and Bolt. Never hear about that.
Yeah.
Never hear about them.
Do we want to take off the back?
Oh yeah, sorry about that,
questions?
guys.
Okay. Okay. Do you think Paint the Night will return since there were images of the floats in warehouse? So, Justin, those newly resurfaced images were actually from before the Panini, I believe. I don't have a lot of inside sources, but from what my friends with inside sources say, Paint the Night's not coming back for a while. That the floats are busted and crusted, and it's really expensive to fix, and it's just not coming back for a while. I hope that they're wrong.
I hope that they bring that back in like the last quarter of the 100-year celebration. Like, all right, we got all these shows, and boom, Paint the Night is back.
Hey, stay away from Hollywoodland. Kidder, I kind of feel like Disney needs to stop its focus on food and wine festivals and popcorn buckets and Agree.
Yes.
Literally agree. Like, the food and wine festivals are great, but like they're so long, and after a while I'm over it. Like, I would rather more rides. Like, I don't know. I'm also like, don't get mad at me. Hi, Pops. I don't go to theme parks for food. I enjoy the food when I'm there, but like I don't care as much about food as I do rides. Special appearance from Elliot. Gigi, say hi, Gigi's. Hi. I agree though. I think coin noses can be turned down a bit because no, they're iconic, absolutely. Not everyone's a freak like me that like can't handle noise. Like, trust me. Meet the Robinsons was amazing. Agreed. Hey Nick, speaking of Big Hero 6, I wear them front, I wear them back, I go inside out, then I go front to back.
He gets it.
Did you just ignore your kisses?
Yeah, I got dissed on live.
Everyone say hi to Elliot.
He's a Big Hero 6 fan too.
Literally, like, because it's been raining, he wouldn't go outside, and it was a nightmare. I want both interactive lands and food festivals.
Can we have an interactive food festival, please? How do we do that?
Yeah, can we have an interactive food festival, please? Hi, Papa. Oh, yay.
We brought him out specifically for you, Abby.
Yeah, I know. I remember you posted, you were like, I would die for Elliot, and that made my day, so... Here he is. He's just chilling.
Yeah.
He has a heated blanket because it's 3 degrees in Los Angeles. And I'm just sitting on the couch freezing while he basks in his heated blanket glory.
Let me cover him up a little bit.
Sorry.
This is a family show after all.
Hi, Papa.
All right. I think we can get close to wrapping up, yeah?
Yeah.
Elliot's letting us know. He comes and gets us.
Aww. I know. Whenever he's like ready for us to be off live, he like comes in here. Okay, cool.
Yeah, guys, so we have so much that we want to talk to you guys about. Just to kind of wrap this up. This week, expect a lot of videos coming in. We're going to have our Eurostar video, which is basically taking a train from London to Disneyland Paris, showing us check into our hotel and all you need to know about really checking in. Then we're going to have a whole video at Walt Disney Studios Park coming out this week, which I cannot wait for. It's our first time at Avengers Campus in Paris. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then we'll be at Lunar New Year on Friday as well, so expect that video this weekend.
Yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to see the Eurostar video. And the Eurostar, as Nick said, is the train to go into Disneyland Paris. So by the end of our Europe travel series, you guys will full-blown know if you want to book your trip to Disneyland Paris. We'll let you know everything, and we're going to answer all 100 of the questions that were submitted that we've been compiling for a later video. So that's going to come out. We're really excited. And just, yeah, thank you for being here. Thanks for spending your Monday with us, and thanks for keeping the chat. I know it was a theme park controversial topic tonight, and thank you to our moderators, and thank you to everyone for keeping the chat uplifting and fun and safe, and for people to know that at the end of the day, we're just talking about these things that we love, and we're all friends and family here, and it's all good. And
just to let you guys know, we'll be back next Monday. And if you have any questions, hit us up. Thank you for watching another Mouse Vibes Monday. If it's your first time being here, make sure to subscribe on the way out.
Everyone subscribe because we're on the thing, babe.